can't remember exactly where it was, but I think we ended Saturday night right in front of the place where we rescued the Argonian lad. We need to actually bring him back to the surface, so to speak. We need to, you know, escort him out. So we actually aren't done with this. We need to do this part first. Because, yeah, here was the lady. Yeah, the pale lady who is clearly a vampire. And she got gotten. Yeah, so yeah, Amuse is the lad we rescued. Because ultimately, I remember now, ultimately we were trying to get to Theranos because he had a book that he was contracted to find, but he got captured at some point, and Amuse was his cellmate when this all went down, and Amuse knows where the book is, but he needs us to rescue him first before he tells us the goods, which, alright, fair enough. Anything I want to take with me? Yeah, lots of human blood. Lots of human blood there and here as well. So yeah, it's clearly they were harvesting blood from the prisoners that were being brought down. So this vase is similar to the vase we saw in the house in that place it wasn't Bruma, that mansion. I think it was in Anvil. Yeah, that's what it was, that mansion that we'd bought when they had the skeletal hand. Well, anyway, so yeah, so we've got our marching orders. Let's escort this guy out. We're gonna try to be sneaky and hopefully do this properly, avoid combat if we can help it. So we just gotta follow the blood trail out. Yes, I will be in sneaky mode as well. But the fact that this is all within, yeah, this is indeed within Skingrad, and we met the Countess Skingrad, who is obviously a vampire, is the pale lady his wife, his mistress, or some other family member of his, or is it a complete coincidence that there are 2 confirmed vampire cases within the castle of Skingrad? So how questionable? As again, this is all within the dungeon. This is all within. Oh right, we need to. Gotta be careful around this too. This is all within the dungeon inside the castle, so presumably this is, you know, at least somewhat sanctioned by the powers that be, by the people that run the show in Skingrad. So rather curious, I would say. So we can go through the dining hall. What time is it right now? Let's see. It is 8:35 p.m. We're gonna be very careful about this, and hopefully the guy we're escorting is sneaky. I think he probably is. We are fairly sneaky, but I can't just, you know, put on Chameleon and hope for the best. I have to ensure that this guy is hidden as well. So let's do this. Okay, so he's already ahead of us. I'm a little bit worried about him, you know, harshing the buzz, so to speak, because if we get spotted, or if we see a person, we can, you know, act fairly quickly, but hopefully the NPC that we're escorting is able to act quickly, to react quickly even. Living quarters. Let's see what would be the best course of action here. We need to go that way. Shame that there was no other obvious way out in that wine cellar area. County Hall. Maybe. Oh. She stood up fairly suddenly. Maybe she's an Argonian, so maybe she's willing to turn a blind eye for our homie here. And did we acquire a bounty or anything, or are we making a clean getaway? Hoo-hoo! All right. So I'm probably going to want to reload the save here, just because I'm worried about like any punishments we would incur. She's fleeing. Okay, yeah. Let's reload the save. I wonder, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I missed another path. But I'm wondering if I don't make a clean getaway, I wonder if we're not going to get, you know, as good of a prize from the Thieves Guild. Of course, if worse comes to worse, we could always just pay off our bounty. Or even half of it because of the Thieves Guild. Because, yeah, the way we got here was we followed the blood trail. And that was as simple as that. Oh, that's right. The strange candle, right. That's why I didn't see this, because it closed behind me. Okay, so that doesn't lead anywhere. Okay, that's just a dead end. I guess it's a prison cell. There's no way to open it. This was the way, though. This was the way. Like that. I feel like that. I was thinking like I feel like there's another way out. This was that other way out. Now the tricky thing, though, is that if we go this way, we're gonna have going past the guard, I think, won't we? And that's gonna be a problem. Oh, look at that. He's not even following us anymore. So he doesn't seem to trust the direction we're going. Yeah. Although it is unmanned, I mean, this would be the way to go. But he's not following us, so I think that means that, yeah, this is not the way to do it. Or it's not the station yet. Yeah, can we go this way, dude? I think it might be... Oh, there we go, there we go. Yeah. Go. This is the time. There was ever a time to take this route, because I was thinking the guard would still be at a station, but now maybe we might be alright. Yep, see, no guard posted. Barracks? I don't think we want to go to the barracks. I feel like that's going into the belly of the beast. Out to the courtyard. Let's see if this sounds good. Okay, well, we're outside. Anybody out here with us? This is no thief. This is no thief game or Splinter Cell or anything. I mean, we have a number of tools at our disposal, but escorting somebody else out is kind of its own mess. Either the game has allowed it such that there's like guards not posted where they typically would be. Either the game is being nice to us, or we're very lucky, or I'm a pro gamer, but whichever extreme it is, I think we're home free. Still following? Yep. Okay. He's still in sneak mode. Maybe I should do the same. Okay, we escaped. All right, what about this book? It says, I'll help out. All right, tell me about that book.
He told me to give this message to any member of the Thieves Guild that asked about him or a book. Look under the bush near the well behind the Restoril's house. I was going to take it for myself, but I owe you a great debt. You should take it.
All right. Oh, I like how he was, like, very tall suddenly. Alright, so I'm just gonna assume that he knows where to go from here. We've now busted him out of prison twice. I hope that this man is, like, destined for great things and is not just gonna get murdered in the next Thieves Guild quest that we take. Or, yes, I'm gonna say got arrested once again. We have to bust his ass out a third time. Or something along those lines. Some ridiculous fate befalling this poor Argonian lad. So let's go ahead and resolve then this Lost Histories quest. Nerastaril's house near a well, it says, and that is within Skingrad. It's only 9:30 p.m. and yeah, I figured that we would have seen more people by now, but yeah, maybe the game artificially removes some placed guards and other NPCs when you're on the way out for this quest. Yeah, look at this line of guards, all just happening to be, like, lunch lining out this door. Oh yeah, how goes it? Well, you know, I just escaped from prison. Good thing he doesn't recognize him. I mean, I guess he's not a jailer, but doesn't recognize his lad from the prison cells.
Welcome sight. Anything for my savior.
for my savior.
Safe journey.
Yeah, this guy.
Anytime now.
Now, have we interacted with him before? Hold on, I am trespassing, question mark. I don't have a bounty.
Something I can help you with.
Yes, I am trespassing.
We have a situation. The Countess sent most of the servants home. You have to leave. Sorry. But you ain't working here anymore either.
Oh, right, we had a job. That's how we... Oh, I think I know what might have happened here. That's right, because in order to get into that situation, we had to... We took a job as like the person feeding the prisoners. So, yeah, so we kind of infiltrated the ranks so that we could feed the prisoners, feed them the prison slop. And instead of feeding prisoners, let me think about this. I think we had talked to... We talked to one prisoner who told us like what was going down, told us to follow the blood trails, that kind of thing. Found all the way to the pale woman, the pale lady. So yes, so for a time there we were technically employed.
We have a situation.
The Countess sent most of the servants home. You have to leave, you're not working here either. Yeah, so I mean they're not mad at us, but they're probably not happy with us either.
You're new here in Skingrad. Please keep your weapons sheathed, and we're a bit suspicious of strangers here. The West Weald is a good place. Arena Jorannis isn't the friendly.
Okay, anyway.
We have a...
So yeah, same little bit there. So I remember at one point Dan who was in here a couple days ago, or maybe it was a week ago, was telling us how the Thieves Guild quest line goes deeper than than you might think at the surface level. That there's more than meets the eye in this kind of situation. Is he going back? Oh, they're just going back towards the castle. So our activities have consequences, I think, is the general idea here. So, and I don't quite know what that entails, and I don't quite know the consequences of my actions. 8-Bit Llama probably knows precisely what I'm pondering right now. What's this? Is this the book? It is the book. Cool. So actually, I see mention of an Elder Scroll. So Adric Prophecies. Vagaries and influences of the Adric Prophecies, known as the Elder Scrolls. I wonder if Adra is relevant to Daedra in some way. Hey, what's up, Molson? On the Amazon series of... Oh, the Lord of the Rings series. I am not, actually. I have not watched any of it. I would like to, just so I could form my own opinion. I know people that like it a lot, and I know people that are just kind of so-so on it, which is usually how it goes with things of this caliber. But I would like to try my hand at it and, you know, see if I have any strong emotions about it. It's good to see you, by the way, Molson. Doing some Elder Scrollsian Oblivion times. And yeah, we had just acquired a book which is part of the Thieves Guild quest, and one of the rare times that I've experienced, at least, where we get to learn about what exactly are the Elder Scrolls, this, you know, namesake for the series we're playing. So the highly inappropriate appellation hold on. Yeah, the history behind this inappropriate appellation Adric, chapters 20 through 27. And the incompetencies of my good comrade Theron of Mournhold. Theron, The influences cannot be understated. Once a prophecy contained in Elder Scrolls enacted in Tamriel, the text of the parchment becomes fixed. Albeit it isn't just the same message. It's a historical document declaring the unequivocal truth of a past event. Scholars cannot argue the bias of the writer. Not even magic can affect the word written upon those ancient pages. So it sounds like this bit about the Elder Scrolls, the objects that are known as the Elder Scrolls, we might maybe get to learn more about that as well. There was a previous time where we were... It was either Skingrad or maybe it was Cheydinhal. I can't remember, but we were in a different town and we were thieving from a different... I think it was Cheydinhal, because we were stealing we were stealing the Countess's ring for a Thieves Guild quest. And while we were doing that, we happened upon this little missive about the Elder Scrolls. And I was like, I'm just gonna grab this just because it, for one thing, it was valuable, but also I was like, oh my gosh, the first mention of an Elder Scroll object thing. So the fact that this is, we're 2 for 2, at least with recent Thieves Guild quests, having something to do with the Elder Scrolls. The other thing is that it occurs to me that, you know, they said it was by the bush next to a rock. That's where the book is stored. I wonder if that book was there the whole time and we could have found it otherwise, or if it like the game has a mechanism to spawn that in only once we complete that quest. Because, you know, if you have that meta knowledge, then you could get that shit early, obviously, or maybe not early, but without going through the trouble of all the events that transpire. So we have the quest item for the Thieves Guild, Lost Histories, so we can bring it back to Scriva and Breville. And yeah, I think I will do just that, actually. That sounds nice. So to Breville we go. Boop. And of course it is 2:30 a.m. I don't suspect, I don't suspect she's home or she's awake right now. So we'll wait for 6 hours. It's 8:30. Seems like a lot of the NPCs begin their business hours at 9 though. It's kind of cool. For a second, it looked like the lights changed from its inside the house. Like, I don't think the game has functions like that, but for a second there, it looked like the lights flipped on or something. Here she is. I got the goods.
You have found Theranos and the lost histories of Tamriel?
Well, Theranos got.
Theranos is dead? I grieve for him, but at least you have the book. The Grey Fox has sought this book for many years. You have earned the reward. Here is your payment.
It begs the question of why was the Grey Fox after this book? Because if this book is concerning the Elder Scrolls, that just seems... yeah, I don't know. I wonder what this guy's after. And if he is indeed a real person. He probably is. Probably.
Anonymous Lex must be eliminated once and for all. The Grey Fox has asked...
wants us to off this motherfucker.
It is a most delicate matter.
Contracted killers. You sure this isn't Dark Brotherhood?
Countess Umbernox of Anvil is hunting for a new captain of her guard. The Legion commander of the Imperial Watch sent her a list of candidates. The Grey Fox wants this list replaced with one that highly recommends Hieronymus Lex. From Anvil,
okay.
He can do little harm to...
She said she wants him eliminated. I was like, oh, damn.
The letter is currently in Steward Darahill's desk. She has lied to Lady Umbernox, telling her that the letter has yet to arrive.
Yeah, this is what I was thinking, actually.
We are thieves, not murderers. That is the province of the Dark Brotherhood.
It absolutely is.
For reasons unknown to this one, the Grey Fox has extended his protection to the Umbernox family, and Lady Umbernox in particular. While Lex is a problem for the guild, his unwavering loyalty and resolve make him the perfect protector for Lady Umbernox.
So part of it is that we want this guy off our, we want this heat off of us. But the other thing is that he sounds like he genuinely believes, that the Grey Fox genuinely believes this will be a good matchup. Yeah, I'm so curious that I want to know more. I mean, I want to learn through the events in game. I want to learn more about what this guy's all about and what's he after.
You will have to track down one on your own. I don't know of any in Breville. With the forged letter in hand, sneak into the Legion commander's office in the Imperial City prison and seal it with his seal. Darahill cannot be trusted. You must deliver the letter to Lady Umbernox in person. Will you accept this commission?
It shall be done.
That is good. Remember, this is a mission of stealth, not blood. Your payment will be higher than normal to cover the expense of the forgery.
Sounds like this one's gonna have multiple facets to it, which is interesting. Taking care of Lex. Yes, we're taking care of him. Yeah, because we've fenced well over 500 things. I would imagine we probably have fenced enough stuff to cover us for a while, as far as, you know, next Thieves Guild quests to go into. But yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome stuff. Out of curiosity.
Please be generous, kind sir.
Of course.
Thank you.
Okay.
The lonely suitor is a fine.
I was wondering if they were going to show anything, if they were going to say anything else. Sometimes the Beggar's Intent will have information relevant to your quest here on, the Thieves Guild especially.
Blessings of Akatosh upon ye.
So we do have an indicator, I think. Find and pay for a forger. Right. It even says, very curious. Curious indeed, yeah. So, maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, so it does have a quest indicator. This is the active quest. So where does it want me to go? Or where is it encouraging me to go, rather? Well, this is Anvil, right? Okay, so what we might need to do then is when the time comes, when we want to do this quest, we'll want to actually poke around Anvil. Ask around, yeah, try to find a forger, because that to me is the one kind of unknown variable in all this. Well, that is a good one. But otherwise, though, so we have that, of course. We have to stage a tragic accident within Bruma. For the Dark Brotherhood, we need to speak to Delmar to get our completed Mage's Staff. We have Fighters Guild unfinished business. And then we need to do this one. But what I don't know about is if we do that before the other things that are to take place in or in front of Bruma. Blood of the Divines is for the armor for Martin. So I don't even see the Bruma stuff on here right now. Let's do this. Let's just go to the Cloud Peak Temple. Cloud Ruler Temple, rather. What is it with me for, like, never confidently knowing the name of this place? I keep wanting to call it Cloud Gate Temple, because Cloud Gate is the name of the bean, is what they call it in Chicago, that one particular fixture. And then Cloud Peak just sounds so natural, just because we're up so high amongst the clouds on the peak of a mountain. Nope, it's Cloud Ruler Temple, Alex. Get it right. Also, I need to cast this every so often, so I can get good with mysticism, something I'm still working on. And yeah, you can see where I just had discarded some previous items.
Yes? I'm worried about Martin. He does nothing but pore over that evil book all day.
Still got the pinky glow about him.
You've done better than I had hoped. Bruma's garrison is now as strong as we can make it.
So we're good there.
Stay safe.
And yeah, of course, we already know that he's been working on inscribing this glyph. How goes it, Martin?
Progress on the Mysterium Xerxes is slow, I'm afraid. How goes your search for the armor of Tiber Set?
So that is indeed the next step that we need to do for the main quest.
Good luck, my friend.
Now, did I throw all these at him? I probably did, knowing me. Mysterium Xerxes. Yep. Whoop, sorry. Let me fix that for you, homie. Yeah, I think this was something I did, knowing me. This seems like an Alex thing, an Alex event. There we go. I'm so helpful. How you doing, bud?
What do you need, friend? Whatever you need, friend.
Aw, where's friend?
Farewell.
So Syncretor is truly the next major piece then. I have stuff to sell. So let's do this. Let's go back to Bruma. Let's sell some things and let's accidentally stage an accident, shall we? For the Dark Brotherhood quest, because we might as well, while we're in the neck of the woods, when in Rome, commit assassinations as Romans do. Well, we're not committing an assassination, we're staging an unfortunate accident. And we're also taking a little bit of fall damage. Okay. Stomach kind of lurches whenever I'm doing that in a video game. It's like, whoa! The ground rushes to meet you. I'm just gonna assume that this is what Olympic grade acrobats do to train themselves. To get good with their legs. They just jump off of mountains and live to tell the tale. And when their legs heal, they heal that much stronger. I don't think that's how it works. I think if you break every bone in your body multiple times, I don't think they heal back stronger. I could be wrong, but I don't think you're getting back to 100% on that one, homie. Goddamn. So, accidents happen, yes. Accidents, they do happen. We did do a little bit of murder, just a small amount of murder earlier. So repair those things real quick. So yeah, let's sell some things. I feel like I don't have a whole lot to sell, relatively.
Have pity, sir. I got nothing to eat.
Oh, Jesus. This guy's face always kind of throws me off.
Hi there.
I think this is the place.
Welcome. I'm sure all of Bruma joins me in saluting your help in keeping the Hordes of Oblivion.
Hordes of Oblivion at bay. That's what I do, lady.
Hey, you're...
And the Hero of Kvatch. I'm so cool.
Take care.
So many impressive titles to my name. It's hard to keep it all straight, honestly.
I've heard right wind is good with a blade.
Good for him.
Business.
So what all do I have to sell? We've got some new things that are actually worth hanging on to. Excuse me. We got some new rings, which are nice and fairly lightweight, so it's like I might as well hang on to them, I suppose. This, I don't know if I like want to hang on to this at all. The thing about this robe of the apprentice is that it has no value, so I guess it's not worth selling. So I'm assuming that it's in some way worth hanging on to. Maybe there will be a quest where it becomes necessary in some way. Figure if it's a value of 0, they wouldn't want us to get rid of it, or at least wouldn't want us to sell it. It's like discouraging us from selling it. What I think I might do though is sell my old robe of defense.
That's more.
Except I shouldn't have sold it to this guy because we only got 600 out of it, but that's fine. Just I figure we might as well. Because yeah, this is the better item really. Because you get pretty good armor, but it only occupies that one equipment slot, which is nice. So let's see, was there anything else that I was looking to offload? Person to see, get rid of that one. Weak chameleon, that's fine. 6 healing and 10 swords. That's a lot of potions. I guess it's okay, but seems like quite a bit.
An excellent.
I don't need this many void salts. Let's sell like 6 of them. Yeah, we'll kind of look through our scrolls if there's any books to get. I don't think there was much for stolen things. Oh, you know what? There were things that were stolen that I wanted to fence. Because we got a bunch of wine. We got some like fairly fancy and expensive looking, maybe not expensive, but some fairly valuable looking wine that we absolutely would like to offload. And that would be considered stolen. I'm remembering now what all went down. I remember it all. I was there. We were a very important actor in those events that transpired.
That seems a fair price.
Because yeah, it doesn't show up
I
in
appreciate.
the like standard sell things menu. That means we need to sell it to our most reliable fence that's nearby. There's a second fence that is available.
How goes it?
Maybe even a third one. I think there might be 3 fences, but I frequently forget where they are. Whereas this guy, I always know. Whoa!
Greetings to you.
I think somebody just flung a plate. This is a common occurrence here. I guess their patrons just fling shit about. Now this is not the
I don't know
guy.
how he does it.
He sometimes hangs out here, but his house is over this way. Yeah, that happens a lot in that particular place. You enter it for the first time, after launching the game, and somebody's gonna fling a plate, possibly full of, berries and bread on it. Here's the guy.
I'm really tired.
Then we get on with this, he says.
Yeah, my favorite customer.
But I'm your favorite
What
customer.
do you got?
So what are some stolen things that he might be interested in? Here we go. Yeah. So I got lots of these. And like I said, they're not that valuable, but in bulk, not half bad actually. In bulk, it's quite not bad. Is there anything else? That one is worth hanging on to, I think. This one is also worth hanging on to, I think. That adds up at Llama, yeah. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm assuming that it's still worth fencing goods, even though we are up to like, what did it say, like 3,000 or something? Maybe it'll show us here. It's not showing us here.
I'm glad. Yeah, my favorite.
Here we go,
customer.
3,600.
What do you
That
got?
seems like a lot, and it keeps going up in increments of 100. So we might have already gone past the maximum that we need. I guess we'll find out. But for now, I'm sticking to it. For now. What's up, Elgazo?
Shadow
Good to see you, bud. Shadow hide you. And you as well. Elgazo, you're just in time. We're about to stage an OSHA violation that will lead to a person's untimely death. It's part of the Dark Brotherhood quest. They want us to accidentally, on purpose, sabotage someone's house so that they die of natural causes, quote unquote. So, time to stage a tragic accident. Hell yeah. Dark Brotherhood times. In this case, it's not a direct murder like some Dark Brotherhood quests go. This one is an inadvertent murder. Hey, what's up, JD? JD says, big news, alerta. What's going on, JD? It's good to see you, bud. By the way, everybody should be jealous. I get to play games with JD on Friday, and I got to play games with him yesterday. So I got all kinds of JD times. I'm doing some Phasmophobia on Friday, which will be a fun time. Soap shoes are in. Yes, that's awesome, bud. That is big news, alert worthy. That is accurate. Soap shoes confirmed. So to be clear, JD, we don't just mean like vanilla Sonic shoes, like from all the Sonic games, like the standard red with the little buckle and blah blah blah. We mean like soap shoes from Sonic Adventure. Like that's what we're getting at. I hope that's what we're getting at. Balin's house. This is the one. So we can go into the front door. We could be sneaky. Hold on. Are you the Balin?
How does
No,
the
you're
day greet you?
Gan Lucif.
I'm Gan Lucif, castle mage and healer.
He
Actually, I'm not much
heals
of a
the
healer.
castle.
I can blow the meat off you, but I'm not much good at sticking it back on.
That's what she said.
This is my first posting after Arcane University. The Countess and Bird like my work well enough.
Sonic Adventure 2 soap shoes, yes sir. They had to rename it to High Speed. That's a good point. Yeah, I guess soap is
Farewell.
long since gone the way of the dodo. But like, if you've seen images, JD, I'm guessing you can confirm personally that visually it is at least similar. Because there was a point in time where you could have bought the Sonic Adventure, like the Sonic. Oh, here we go. And get access to his basement. That there was a point where you could actually purchase the soap. Like the true product that soap made that was to coincide with SA2. I think there was a point in time where you could actually own the shoes that Sonic wears. Maybe also Shadow, but certainly the ones that Sonic wears in Sonic Adventure 2. So yeah, that's a good return to form. That makes me happy. So the second floor crawl space. Alright, so get access to the second floor crawl space and loosen the fastenings on the mounted head sometime between 8 and 11. So what time is it right now? 6 p.m. So we don't have much time to wait, actually. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that we need to be sneaky for this one. Going with the soap shoes. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Oh, that's fantastic, JD. Do you think there are gonna be like physical shoes that we can buy? Because I mean, okay, they're gonna be in game, that's one thing, but do you think there's gonna be a company that's gonna make this shit? I'm not much of a there's a word for it. There's people that like collect like shoes, like collect sneakers. I'm not much of a there's a word like soul hit or something. I'm not much of a shoe guy, but I know that they exist, and this would be exciting for those individuals. Right, I was gonna be sneaky. So put on my sneaky armor, my sneaky loud metal armor. I have shadows. And then how do I de-equip my other ring? The weird thing about this game is that if you, so I say Ring of Shadows, and then I go to equip this one, it is only going to toggle the ring I just selected. There's no way to automatically de-equip your first ring. So I have to manually de-equip my first ring in order for it to let me click this one next. So it's a little bit weird. Alright, so we got that set. We should be at 85 million. We sure are. And this said, let's see, second floor crawl space. I'm gonna try to go fast. And we got Phasma on Friday. That's right, Phasma with friends. Crawl space door. Oh, how convenient that just opens up like that. Some mountain head fastening. We're not quite at the time, but this will be where this all goes down. Here, let's bust out a torch so we can truly see what we're doing. There's no one else here, surprisingly enough, so we seem to be all by our lonesome. Spook group. Woo! Actually, hold on, that's Goof Troop. Never mind. There'd be no woo, but still. That'll be a fun time. Yeah, because last time we got to play Phasma was back in either June or July. You know, so the same group was with Arctic. With Jet Dive and Erlin. And Alina. And in the meantime, there's been at least one fairly significant update. I know there was an update that dropped a couple days ago. And I think Erlin's already streamed it a little bit. I popped into her stream a little bit the other day. And I think she said she was trying I think it was like an update to one of the more noteworthy levels. Yeah, that's where it's all gonna go down. That's the head. 7 o'clock. And wouldn't you know it, some motherfucking Nernroot. Hell yeah, baby. I'm actually kind of surprised there's like none of this is considered owned gear, owned things. So we're not really incentivized to steal things, to thieve things. The Spook Troop, and we always stick together. That's right. That's right. We always stick together through thick and thin, through life and death, through life, death, and afterlife. Now that'll be a fun time, buddy. That'll be nice. And once again, I do appreciate Jet Dive for our buddy JD for you know getting me into these games, because I know the first time it was just a 3v. Bring me as a fourth homie. Because yeah, Phasma is always a good time, and it's a good group. Alina and Erlen are both cool peeps too, so it's good homies. And I appreciate that it's a good mixture of people who are very experienced, such as Erlen, and then people such as myself who are very inexperienced, relatively inexperienced. I think I'm like level 20 or 30 something at this point, so you know, I'm not a complete greenhorn, but oh, there's the guy. There he is. I don't know if we've actually talked to this guy before. He's just chilling though. And he has his manservant, Grom, I think. I don't know if I've seen the manservant either, but they are there. So 725. So I just gotta kill a little bit more time. I'm curious, like, what this Grom that looks like. I'm gonna save just to make sure I don't just make sure I don't overdo something that I don't mean to. The fact that we are in like pretty darn sneaky mode with our really good chameleon means we could probably sneak across the room if we wanted to. But methinks maybe I shouldn't chance it because this is a quest situation, so maybe he's like extra observant. Barry, good to see you, bud. Hope you will. Thank you, Barry. And thank you. Yeah, no, I've been feeling good. We streamed a lot on well, we didn't go super late on Saturday, but we streamed, you know, a decent bit Saturday night and then streamed a lot Sunday. And yeah, I remember thinking by the end of Sunday, I was feeling perfectly fine. I remember thinking like it was like we streamed for about 8 hours, somewhere between 8 and 9 hours on Sunday. And of course, it was a lot of talking. It was the thing about the Sunday stream is most of it was Fantasy Star Online with the boys, with Jet Dive, who's in the chat, as well as our friends Arctic and Dave. So the nice thing about those kind of co-op streams is that it's not me talking the whole time. It's, you know, people are, you know, we're all kind of talking amongst ourselves. Whereas when it's a solo stream, it's just the Alex show. So, you know, I'm doing all the talking, obviously. But still, like 8 or 9 hours, and I felt completely okay. You know, wasn't super exhausted by the end of it. The throat wasn't sore. I was like, all right, that's a good sign. So, and that means the things I've been doing to take better care of my voice have hopefully been working. Speaking of things working, let us commence the questing. So let's loosen the fastenings. This mounted Minotaur's head. They've loosened over time. So yes, this is all part of this particular quest to stage an unfortunate accident. You wish to remove the fastenings? Yes, make it so. So I actually couldn't move while that event was transpiring. So Grom has his hammer at the ready. And you can see the mounted head has collapsed. Killed the dude, there's blood everywhere. Grom is ready to murder some shit, but he has no idea that we're nearby. Well, we shall keep it that way. Seems like the Dark Brotherhood has a lot of, what's the word? A lot of synergy with Thieves Guild stuff. Because if you're good at sneaking, you will probably do well with Thieves Guild, with the Dark Brotherhood. So because we're a sneaky boy, never has to know a thing. Not a gosh darn thing. Just in time, says Unexcited. That's right, buddy. No, I thank you, Barry. No, I appreciate that, bud. No, because you're right. Yeah, I took a week off. I think I took like a week and a half off before I like kind of started to kind of dip my toes back in, and yeah, and I've been taking care to not do like as long of streams, obviously. So yeah, I mean, you're right. I still have been doing a lot, but certainly trying to stay on top of it. You know, when it comes to trying to take care of one's self, taking care of one's body, it's something that I like a lot of people, like a lot of streamers, I could probably do more to you know, to make sure I'm keeping well with moderation. But I'm feeling good. So that's what's up. And of course, Oblivion has so much content to this game. There's definitely the desire to want to stream long amounts of it so I can like make good progress. There's like so much to do and see in this game. So much to do, so much to see, as a great group of philosophers once stated. Great group of philosophers forming a band known as Smash Mouth. I'll take that repair hammer. And out we go. We staged a murder, or a fatal accident rather, and no one has any idea. Just the way I like it. Let's go back to our other gear. So, Savior's Hide, and then it's the Retribution Ring, and then the other one is not the Mundane Ring, but this one. Good stuff. so we'll collect our reward next time we find ourselves in Cheydinhal, I think. And then in the meantime, we can go ahead and hop down, or rather warp down to Cyrodiil. I'm actually just going to go ahead and set that as the current quest. This one. We've actually been to Cyrodiil once before. I kind of stumbled upon it by accident. Over here. We stumbled upon it by complete accident. And I was unable to get in. The game said you cannot enter. And I was like, well, shit. What the hell? It was like sealed by the power of the Tiber Septim bloodline. And I was like, well, damn, that sounds cool as hell. I'm sad I won't be able to enjoy it, but like, I guess I'll deal with it. But now, oh god, hold on. Which one has my turn on death? There it is. It's number 5. Yeah, you turn back around, motherfucker. And I don't know if I can turn you. If I can turn you, you seem to be ignoring it. Yeah, he's like absorbing it. So I'll turn everything else. Yeah, turn undead. Oh god, you do a lot of damage. Spell casting specifically. So time to get some heals off then, because this guy is being not nice. There's 2 of them too. Oh, he's running away. Good. Punk ass bitch. Gotta fight 2 of these motherfuckers. You kidding me? Making me look the fool out here. About to kill one of them though. Oh yeah, get stunned, motherfucker. Bonk. Oh, not you. Let's go ahead and turn you away. And then he just fireballed his own homie. Love to see it. Bonk. What's up, Fabled? Good to see you, bud. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Nether Lich, more like a Nether bitch. It's a sick takedown, I would say. That was a little moment we just saw just there. Bonk. Fuck out of here with that staff of lightning nonsense. Bone meal. You think it's a Nether Lich that have something more fancy than bone meal, but nope, that's all they got. You get the fuck out of here. Apparently this is Nether Lich City, dude. All I see are Nether bitches. Can I disarm him? It'd be cool if I could like disarm him and then wave his staff in his face and then throw it away. Like throw it, you know, far away from him. Just to piss him off. I knew you can knock them down though. Because we've knocked them down before. Everyone's got staves of lightning. Staves of lightning. Like they're going out of style. That's the wrong spell. Boop. Back to it. So yeah, all these dead motherfuckers. So this is the entrance that we could not enter previously. So well, inside will be the shrine, and inside that shrine, or near it, will presumably be this armor that we seek for Brother Martin. Part of the main quest, of course. We're all healed up. We got lots of hammers to repair things if need be. Knowing me, I probably already explored the exterior pretty well when we came across this place previously. Yeah, weak healing. No, thank you. We probably already explored this pretty well. I'll still give it a once over, but I don't expect to have any major surprises. So all we have is a short sword of depletion. I think it's an elven short sword. I'll take the magic absorption. But yeah, it's just okay. Just an okay weapon. I actually wonder if I could like find a way to kind of spider monkey my way up there, but I don't think it's happening. There's a way to get to the top area. Yeah, you can see like there's a little little nook up there that I'm kind of curious about. So if there's a way that we could climb up, I've got pretty good acrobatics. But I don't know if pretty good acrobatics is enough. Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. That's okay. So instead, I'll use my pretty good acrobatics to take some fall damage. Ouch. I don't quite know what to expect here, so I'm going to save. The fact that this is locked. You know, you're locked out from going into here until you get to a certain point in the main quest. Oh, look, that was a one-time use for that key, by the way. It's locked until you do part of the main quest means this could be kind of spicy. He used a pewter fork to defend himself. And a dagger of sparks, I guess. What's up, Gunham Guy? We're doing well, Gunham Guy. Gunham Guy says he's got the sickness, though. That's right. Yeah, I remember you saying the whole family, including yourself, got the flu last week, which is crappy, man. I'm sorry to hear it's still kicking the heck out of you, man. The flu is awful. There's no nice way to say it. The flu sucks. It's not a good time, and I'm grateful I have not gotten it in the past couple years, but I remember all too well. Oh, he turned around just in time, you freaking cheater. A little squeaky noise. Always entertains me. And I know you can't knock these guys down. We learned that last time, that they are one of the few enemy types that does not have a knocked down animation. Still hit me with some kind of not nice thing. Rather, it may be not nice, but it was but it was a not ice spell. I was trying to go for a nice and ice, but I couldn't make it work. Whoa, another one. Oh, we've seen you before, and you are immune to getting turned. You're a Gloom Wraith, and I have no way of turning you. But I can beat the shit out of you. Whoa, and he can beat the shit out of me, too. God damn, look at that knockback. Good lord. Doing lots of sleeping. I'm glad you're resting. I'm glad you're sleeping it off, because that's probably one of the best things you could do for yourself right now. Give your body lots of chance to like, fight shit off. Whoa, god damn, look how far back I flew. Good fucking lord. See, I want to do that to him. I want to knock him on his ghost dick, but I can't do it because ghosts cannot be like bopped. All they can is be I can't bop him, but I can slop him. That's what I did. An attempt was made on Alexander. That's all I can ever hope for myself. He does a lot of good tries. So lots of Gloom Wraiths. What's worse, Gloom Wraiths or Liches? Probably the Gloom Wraiths, because they have a thing that they love to throw at you that drains your strength, which means you can't move. That shit's annoying. So I would probably say, yeah, these things are worse than the Liches. Although the knockback is pretty hilarious. He's so fast. Look how fast he is. He's like zooming in and out. We're gonna win this duel. I am fully confident. But they're just a pain in the ass to fight sometimes, honestly. They got their cool elven longswords. They've got cool gear. I'll give them that. They have silence too. Yeah, they do cast silence sometimes too, don't they? Very rude, if you ask me. Need to take a BRB in a little bit. I'm gonna have to refill my water. I started with a mostly filled water bottle. But the way I'm sucking this down, I need to get it refilled in a little bit. Let it be known, if I'm known for one thing, it's for being really good at sucking, alright? It's a very important skill set I want to make sure everybody knows really excel at. And yes, trying to avoid the spike traps if I can help it. It's a great way to get got. And I just assume that this is looking like the right way. A little bit nervous that the door is already open for us. Oh, my torches ran out. I have 7 more stolen torches to work through. Alexander says, same, but what do you mean by being good at sucking, Alex? This is an important distinction to make. It's like there's definitely no other way where this could be misconstrued, I promise. Oh, look at this. There's a ghost convention happening over here. Gloomwraith convention. I was gonna say one of them's gonna see me. I'm gonna see if I can only get the one. I can fight one at a time. That'd be very cool. Yeah, yes, yes. Come to me. Yes. So you know, you see me. You know where I am. Approach. I want to I was gonna say if I can engage this lad. Run away? Run away from me? Oh heck. Okay, well now is like the time to then bust out the spells. If we're gonna be fighting 2 of these motherfuckers. Need more magics. More mergics. Whoa! That will never not be satisfying. Maybe not satisfying, but never not be entertaining. God fucking missed. I don't want to like focus on this. This dude is in the back. I'm gonna take you out first because you were gonna be a problem if you were not already a problem. Oh, I think he's dead, but he's doing that. Whoa, doing that goofy thing where it's, yeah, either the animation takes a second or there is no death animation. And they just like stand there forever. Because we had that in the pirate ship. With these guys, actually, more specifically, the Gloomwraiths, where their death animation glitched, and they just kind of... It was like the equivalent of a ghost T-pose, and they just kind of stood there frozen. It was very strange. They weren't actually T-posing, but I wish that they would have, honestly. It would have been better that way. Okay, well, the good news is the reflect damage did the work. Okay, he is dead. He's dying. It just took him a second. He didn't get the memo that he was dead. Someone should break the news to him. Well, you know this is gonna like close behind us or some shit, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a save right here. I'm feeling we're about to enter into some shit. Got some mac and cheese, now for some ice cream, Alexander. That sounds delightful. Can I be nosy and ask what kind of ice cream we're talking? So I'm gonna have to live vicariously through you, because my lactose intolerant ass can eat neither of those things, sadly. So no pressure, Alexander, but I need you to enjoy it twice as well for my sake, all right? You're eating for 2 is what I'm getting at. I'm just waiting for something like jump off that bridge and either like attack me from above or take a steaming dump on me as I walk underneath it like a bunch of birds or something. Got some mint chocolate chips. Solid choice. Let's be honest. Is there such thing as a bad decision when it comes to like ice cream flavors? Well, okay, yes, there are some very cursed ice cream flavors that people have like manually made, but most store-bought stuff is gonna be good. You really can't fuck up. You'd have to go out of your way to fuck up ice cream. That's a good one. It's a pretty good one. As a kid, I loved mint chocolate chip. I kind of grew out of... It's not, maybe not grew out. I think I like overexposed myself on mint chocolate chip because I ate it less and less as I got older. But yeah, as a kid, yeah, that was one of my go-tos, was mint chocolate chip. Slap the skeleton right on his bony ass booty. He's an undead blade, by the way. In fact, maybe I didn't need to attack him. Maybe he was gonna be whoa. Maybe he was gonna be cool. Are you turnable? He is unturnable. Whip. The dream is still to knock him on his ass and then disarm him. Or in the opposite order, but basically to get both. Oh, look at that. I knocked him down and knocked his head off. Yeah, if I can get a disarm and a knockdown, either in that order or in the opposite order, but basically like in succession, get both. That would be very cool. That'd be very gamer. It's fisty sometimes. That's good that it's only sometimes. Oh, down he goes. Yeah, we gotta fuck him up. Oh, he went back up. Gosh darn it, I was like all excited to jump down and like Link's down air and melee just go gah, like right in the from above. I was all excited to be dramatic and cinematic with that finisher. Finisher. There we go. High rank have turned it. I think you're right. I think that's what it would come down to. Because what I have right now. Whoa! Jesus.
You have freed me.
Jump scare, dude.
Now, I can finally complete my lord's last request.
So that was a good thing that I killed that skeleton. Because, yeah, I haven't found a higher level, like a higher order turn undead, but I'm sure they do exist. Melee down there, that's right. Yeah, Link's down there. You know the one where like with the sword pointed down? That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to like leap off the banister and get a dramatic finisher on that motherfucker. But then he did that bullshit Oblivion thing where they just bloop, just warped back to their original location. Like I cheated, man.
I was Realus, loyal blade of Emperor Tiber's Septum. I do not know how long I have been dead. It feels like an eternity.
Well, tell us what happened.
My 3 companions and I were sent here by the Emperor Tiber's Septum to discover what evil had defiled the whole.
Love some melee, Alexandra. What are some of your mains? Or main if you have just one?
We did not know that the Underking, who was here in Arctis, had risen to take his first revenge upon his
Underking, by the way.
The Underking defeated and ensnared us in his evil enchantment and bound us here to guard forever the defiled shrine
Excuse me.
of Tiber's Septum.
Is he still here? Can probably find a place that would sell us a better one. Yeah, I'm sure we probably could, honestly. We've been to most of the Mages Guild locations, I think, but we haven't really checked out the Arcane University too much. That would probably have like the top tier turn undead opportunities, honestly. But yeah, Smash Brothers is always good. We every once in a while we play Smash Brother like games on this channel. Usually it's like sometimes we do corruptions that feature Smash Brothers. Sometimes we check out like various ROM hacks and various mods for Melee and Brawl, that kind of stuff. There's also some I don't want to over-promise necessarily, but there are some Smash Bros. Ultimate mods I would like to check out at some point. The tricky thing is that, of course, in order to install those mods, you need to be able to hack your Switch, and that is something I'm a little bit nervous to do, but there are ways to do it, so there's stuff I want to do more of in the future regarding Smash Brothers times. Falco the most, excellent. Also some Sheik, and Ganon is a fun one. Ganon is such a fun character to play as. I am horrible with, honestly, I'm not very good at Smash Brothers, and I'm especially not good with like the larger characters, so Ganon is always so fun to play as, but I get bodied every time, so like, it's best if I don't embarrass myself, but it's an enjoyable embarrassing experience.
He departed long ago, but his evil will remains, preventing any from paying homage at the shrine of Tiber Septim.
Well, then we will vanquish him.
Over the uncounted years of our slavery, we have brooded over our defeat. I believe that we can undo the Underking's evil.
He's a big bully. He is a big dude, and it's easy for him to get bullied, which is the thing. He got that big ass hitbox.
My duty to my lord, Tiber Septim. Free my brothers, and together we may be able to lift the Underking's curse.
At least in Ultimate. You know, in Ultimate, I think Ganon is a lot easier to use. He's still slow and he's still big, but I think he's faster. And it's like we have more things available to us. He has more tools that he can use at his disposal in Ultimate. So he's so fun to use in Ultimate. There's a cool melee mod. Can I ask which one? Can't do online anymore though. Oh right, yeah, that's exactly it gonna be. There are risks that where it's like there are things that can cause problems in the future if you don't follow a certain protocol every time you know activate the mods or activate the homebrew stuff, or even just there's always a chance it could just brick the system in general. So there are risks that I'm a little bit nervous about. So I'm hesitant to go completely down that road, but it's a road I am curious about. But the big ass sword, that's right. Beyond Melee, that's right. I've not played it, but I do know of it. Yeah, there's Beyond Melee. There's Brawl Plus. Well, I guess there's the Brawl stuff. So like Brawl Plus. I'm a fan of the goofy, dumb shit mods. Like, so the mod I'm curious about for Ultimate is there's a few randomizer mods that randomize a bunch of dumb shit. There's actually a Melee randomizer that we streamed on this channel of like I want to say a month or two ago, and that was really fun to fuck around with. So and then back in the day, I loved Brawl Minus, not Brawl Plus, Brawl Minus, which makes every character totally stupid. I like the dumb shit. The problem that I have with Melee is that I love it, and I love doing dumb stuff with it, but most people I know that want to play Melee want to play Fox Only, No Items, Final Destination. So I'm like the fucking clown degenerate who wants to do dumb stuff, whereas most people I know want to do like gamer things. And I'm a big dumb asshole when it comes to that game, and most Smash Brothers games, honestly. There was a Brawl centric Flash animation, maybe it was on YouTube, I can't remember, but there was an animated video that was like a parody that somebody had made years ago. This was like 2010 YouTube, so early YouTube. There's a parody video somebody made that was like the kinds of things you see and hear in like a Smash Bros tournament or like in the Smash Bros community, and one of which was like a little 12-year-old kid. He's like, "Hey guys, who wants to play a stamina tournament with items on? I brought my Wiimote." And I was like, "Oh fuck, it's me." He's literally me, crying right now. RN. Yeah, Project M, that's another big one. Yeah, that's a huge one. Other nice things. That's got some Bomberman. That's right. I've heard about the mods that add new characters in the mix, so it's pretty sick, man. The modding community for Smash Bros. Games is really impressive. So it's like if there's something you don't like about a Smash Bros. Game, it's a pretty good chance that somebody has modded the game in some way to either fix the thing or add a thing that makes it better. Which is pretty sweet. 20XX. Fox Only No Items. Yeah, 20XX is another one. Shenanigans with items and Temple. By Temple, Alexandra, I'm assuming you mean the Thunderdome on the basement of the temple, where if you and your opponents can play it right, you can get up to like 400% damage and just be bouncing around for what feels like an eternity. So to be clear, I think wait, which way did we come up? Oh, that's right. Yeah. We came up from down below. That's what it was. We came from down below. This, of course, is a dead end. So this path ahead is the way. Called the Fight Club. That's right. Yeah, the Fight Club. In the Hyrule Temple. Just, it's so fun, like fucking around and trying to combo off of people. Need to zoom in my camera. There we go. And try not to get comboed yourself. Try not to get got. It's like such bullshit, but it's part of the fun. Yes, this means that we are in the right neighborhood. Entry hall. We'll save. This looks like the right place. There's a dude. Is it the dude? That's probably just a dude. He's not the fancy lad. He's probably just a mundane lad. Yeah, just a plain ass Gloomwraith, damaging my willpower like a big old nerd. And encumbering me also like a big old nerd. Come to me and let me smack you with my sword. Drive the tanks closer so that I can hit them with my sword. Same energy. Now, if you keep knocking me back, I'm gonna get knocked into the abyss, and then I'm gonna be real sad about it. Alright? Ouch. Can I move? Hey, I can move. Look at that. I can also heal, which I should maybe do. Down he goes. He missed the tech, bounced me anytime. Yep, sounds about right. It just takes one missed tech recovery, and then you're out. So that's where we came from. Ooh, oh, we have several things to explore, it looks like. And by that I mean, I guess just two, but still. Also, it occurs to me my stuff's been getting damaged. Damaged goods. Including my greaves, my pants, my armor pants. Repaired all that without a single hammer get broke. It's pretty impressive. Screws over the players, that's right. Yeah, that's how Burden, it's weird to me. I guess in order for Burden to like do something worthwhile to an enemy player, an enemy character, it has to be like a very high level Burden, because yeah, most enemies have plenty of carrying capacity. They're not carrying tons and tons of stuff like most player characters do in an Elder Scrolls game. So yeah, if you want to get some like an NPC with burden, then you better be prepared to burden the fuck out of them. Because you know, one little 50. Oh, look at that. We got the yeah. You see your sword? Yeah, not anymore, motherfucker. Down into the abyss it goes. Fuck you and your sword. Yeah, he mad? Oh, he's gonna damage my willpower and burden me. Honestly, I guess I deserve that. Fair. Oh, now I'm tethered to you. It's an umbilical cord. You're now my mommy. Or maybe I'm his mommy. Regardless, this is a toxic relationship, you and I. He's swinging that way. Ouch. I still can't move, so if you push me over this guardrail, then I'll be very sad. I think he's just sad that I stole his sword. First time I've been able to do that, by the way. It's a completed disarm action, followed by, like, taking it and throwing it away from where they can reach it. Now, the downside is that this was a fight that he was capable of continuing without his weapon. What I want to do is fight some badass who's got a big-ass axe, and then we disarm him, and then he's useless without his weapon. Like, no spell casting, no hand-to-hand. I want to do that to an NPC where that's all they can do is use their weapon. So I disarm them, and then they're sad. That would be the bestest. So we got... actually, this leads to nothing. Maybe. It leads to something, but it's not like a main thing. There's a prison and a hall of judgment. 200 pounds. Exactly. Yeah. So you need to hit them with like a fuck ton of burden to really, truly unburden them. Otherwise, they're just gonna shake it off. Be like, I don't care. You think I care about 60 pounds of additional weight being applied? I would. If I suddenly had like 60 or 100 pounds of something in my pockets, suddenly I would probably drop to the floor, shit my pants, and start crying. Not necessarily in that order. So it would be a little bit more damaging to my situation. Tomb of the Roman Emperors. Although, again, I feel like we should follow the other things first. Let's do the prison first. To my right. Ooh, I am being sneaky. For a second there, I wasn't sure. Can I pickpocket him? I cannot. I can sneak attack him for a whole 1 damage, though. That's pretty sweet. Oh, I need to restore my willpower, by the way. I just realized my will has been damaged. My William. Don't just go through walls, dude. I'm gathering all this ectoplasm. I don't know what I want to do with it, but I keep collecting it. Let's see, what's the damage? Oh. Whoa. Well, it's not that. I'm just gonna assume that my willpower is damaged. It's just not showing right now because of other buffs that I clearly have. I never did restore my face with the damaged personality that I sustained. So that's still there. So right now, willpower's what, a 5, a 7, and what is that? Okay, so I guess it just went down by 1 each time. Not too bad. It's a prison. There shall be prison cells. Now the green thing we're working towards apparently is nearby. Based on what's on the radar. I think we just have to kill more of these skeleton lads and free their spirits. Apparently I'm still hidden. I thought for sure he saw me. Yeah, apparently I'm visible. But not now. Are we buddies? Oh, no, we're not buddies. Okay, I was like, oh, we're like, for a minute there, it looked like he saw me but was ignoring me. So I was like, are we homies? Best buds? Bonk. And what did you do if I disarm you? I don't know if I've ever seen an unarmed skeleton fight before. Let me disarm you. I know if I knock you down, you'll lose your head and you'll lose like an arm or two. Oh! Where'd your weapon go? I got it. So now he's gonna try and punch. Ouch. So this is an unarmed skeleton boxing fight. Alright, so this thing is too heavy. But I can't drop it because then he'll just pick it back up again, so I'll just beat the shit out of him. So that's what it looks like then. Now we know. Disarm a skeleton. They will go hand to hand, and they're not very good at hand to hand because they got no meat on them bones. Got the key. Here's the key. Actually, I want to take all of them. Thank you. There's that door there. And that's the only way to go. We could have opened this ourselves, obviously, but sure, we'll use the key and be good boys. So if he was the warden, we were indeed getting into the prison proper then. When there's spooky things nearby. Oh. And yeah, this motherfucker. Over encumbered, I'm gonna guess you probably burdened me, didn't you? And he's also making another pregnant connection. Yeah, thanks for knocking me out of your effective range, dude. Oh wow, that hurt a lot actually. Holy shit. I can move. Willpower is getting damaged. Are you dead? You look like you're dead. Yep. Again, I had to remind him. He forgot. Okay. Some gold. And nothing here. Okay. I see all this collapsed rocks. Kind of curious. Yeah, this way is indeed closed off, but there's stuff behind there. So we won't be able to get through that way, but there's got to be another way. More gold, probably. Yep. This has got to be it then. Now, did I level last time? I don't think that I did. I don't think I ever leveled last time, and I think I needed to, or intended to, rather. So, when we kill more bad guys, we'll come back here and take a little nappy. Oh, I don't want to get seen. Regular Wraith. I think I can just... I think I can... No, I can't knock you down, but I can probably disarm you. Like that, and for instance. Yeah, fuck you. Disarmed him and then killed him anyway. I don't even want your sword. I just wanted you to not have it. I had nothing to gain from that interaction. I just wanted to cause chaos. Alright, so yeah, this is the way then. Oh, this had the bedroll. Actually, hold on. Can I sleep here now? We can. Just 1 hour. A little power nap. To learn about the world and ourselves. So do these 3 then. Or I should do luck. Probably more luck then. Endurance is good. But agility has been a constant, like a lack of agility keeps causing problems. So do this dude. What's up, Corey? Just on the right, the wraiths. Oh, the sword's wraith. That's what it was. It wasn't that we had removed the sword from the wraith. Is that the sword was wielding the wraith? The sword is the real enemy here. It's like it's like a possessed sword, possessed weapon. That's way more cool to imagine, actually. Although it then begs the question of when we see a wraith without a sword, does that mean it's like it just disconnected from its master, from its vessel? Yeah, I'm very okay with making that our headcanon, Corey. That sounds pretty sick. It's good to see you, by the way, buddy. We're playing more Oblivion, and this is actually part of the main quest, if you can believe it. It may look like just a simple prison exploration station. But yeah, it's part of the main quest, and I think this is kind of one section of an area we need to clear out. It's full of these motherfuckers. Ouch. He silenced us. We need to clear this. Maybe not clear it out necessarily, but we need to rid it of its evil, so we can get to the shrine of Tiber Septim and retrieve the armor for Martin. You can complete the ritual to the ritual that I'm assuming will be used to either, you know, prevent the Oblivion gates from opening anymore, or open the big Oblivion gates so that I can step in and then slap Maroon's Dagon, personally slap him in his left testicle. Shocking Burst Tome. I would like to learn how to read, please. That'd be great. Shocking Burst. Bam. I think I might already have a spell like this one. Cool noise. Yeah, it's not very good, but I'll still grab it. It's a free spell, so I'm not going to say no. I'm not one to look a gift spell in the mouth. A spell horse in the mouth. Interesting how I keep seeing these, like you can see the silhouette of that wraith in the distance. Staring forward, waiting, expecting us. Oh, I'm wrong. He's actually facing the opposite way. I was hoping to go for the disarm. Actually, I will go for the disarm. Fuck you. Now, of course, it's too heavy for me to do much with, obviously. So now he's just gonna do his spells. I guess he doesn't have melee then. Get close. I can't really reach you from here, homie. I gotta heal. You keep draining my health, and it's not nice. You are over encumbered. It costs too much magicka. There we go. Now I can move. Well, no, I can't. The burden is almost over. Take your dumb sword. Yeah, the burden is still keeping problems though. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the sequel, Corey. They're gonna announce Oblivion 2. Electric Boogaloo, where, yes, Martin's half-brother, Steve, has gone evil and must be stopped. The most imaginary septum. I was hoping you were gonna say, like, the most imaginative. Thinking, yeah, if it's a Steve Martin reference, it'd have to have a bunch of, like, Steve Martin movie references. It'd be like a subplot. There'd be a subplot about somebody called the Idiot. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity there, honestly. Now, let me think about this before I speak out of turn here. Steve Martin was one of the three amigos, right? If I'm, like, remembering the faces of the three amigos and the actors that portrayed them. So that the other two amigos would need to be present there, too. If there's anyone lurking in the chat right now thinking to yourselves, man, I came here for some Oblivion times, you know, just chilling with some video games. I wasn't expecting, like, weird Steve Martin deep dives, but alright. Yeah, Steve Martin. Yeah, I knew it was Chevy Chase, and I couldn't remember the other guy's name, but yeah, Martin Short. I was like, I'm pretty sure the third one is that I'm imagining in my mind is Steve Martin. Thank you, August, for confirming. I haven't seen the Three Amigos in a long time. I like the movie from what I remember of it, but wow, I haven't seen it since I was in high school, I think. Holy shit. That'd be worth a rewatch, I think. Ooh, we found another one. I think I'm supposed to free him of his shackles. The shackles of his bonular body. As the previous dude, that's how it went. He was like, you freed me from my bones. Thank you for removing my bones. Oh, that was considered a sneak attack, even though he was right in front of me. Give me your weapon. I want to disarm you again. It worked out so well earlier. I've actually disarmed several things today. It makes me feel very cool. Ouch. Yeah, get fucked. So I will steal your sword. Where'd your sword go? You see your sword? Here it is. Now he's just gonna, like, run towards me. Well, he's trying to punch. Now, you know, now he's running away. Okay, now I feel bad. First I was laughing at his ass. Also, he's got the blue stank. See this little vape cloud that's following him? Oh, what? He, like... Oh, he found a new sword. Because we left the other one. So that's what he could sniff out the other sword from a distance. Ouch. Ouch. Excuse me. Woo! What snuck up on me? Goddamn. I sneezed once before stream started. Once. I sneezed once before the stream started earlier. And then spent like the next 10 minutes blowing my nose. It was so frustrating. It's like it knocked some kind of Log jam loose. And that shit keeps happening because we are, of course, in the midst of a change of the seasons. And for me, at least, whenever that happens, whenever there's a significant change in temperature, then my seasonal allergies get activated, and then it's great. I love it. Second of the cursed blades, freeing his spirit. That's right, so we have to free all the buddies, all the homies. 2 more where that came from. Here he is.
I know you. You freed me. Free my brothers. If they are
Calling the skeleton. That's right, Corey. That's right. If the sword is the sentient creature here.
King's foul magic.
Yeah, this is a very entertaining subplot we're inventing for ourselves. So Corey, if this right here is the evil, you know, being we must vanquish, then take this. Have at you. All right, I think we got him. Actually, there is, of course, Disintegrate Weapon, which is a spell we do have available to us. Anything else down here? There actually might be. We fought him right over here first. Let me guess, more gold. Also, I appreciate that there were treasure chests inside of the prison cells. That's a good way to do it, honestly. Lock the prisoners inside with treasure. Something that they wouldn't expect, but yeah, it's to throw them off their game. Also, I lied. This is indeed a dead end. So there's 2 more. There's going to be presumably 1. Actually, hold on. Yeah, we've done all this before. Oh, that's right. This is where it's caved in. Yeah, we saw this earlier. Okay. So there was 1 more area that was like queued as being an area to explore, but then there was like a big looking area that we couldn't, that didn't have a quest marker for it, but clearly we're going to want to go down there. So that's what I'm thinking. And there's the warden. And the warden didn't need a soul that like had to be freed. We just needed to kill him. He had no soul. He was a walking husk of a skeleton. And when we killed him, there was no ghost that greeted us. The skeleton just died, so. The warden was a soulless bastard, apparently. A vengeful spirit. See, the other one is going to be this way, I think. And then the big one, like the big impressive looking door, is this one over here. It's got to be this one, because this leads to nothing. Yeah, just a blank emptiness. That one was the prison. This is going to be the Hall of Judgment. This is where they're going to judge our browser histories. So, if you haven't cleared your browser history in a couple days, fellas and Cinderellas, then be ready for judgment, alright? Walking husk of a skeleton. Same, honestly. Same, Corey. Yes, Corey, I know I haven't got to see Corey in a couple years, but I'm assuming, Corey, that you have not you have not like gained 70 pounds of muscle. Like you haven't like bulked up in the years in which I've gotten to see your handsome face. So you're probably a scrawny lad such as myself. So us bony boys, we gotta stick together. Us bony boys. There's got to be a word for like 2 thin lads hanging out together. Just a couple boys boning together, boning out with the bony boys or something. There's got to be something we could do here. Gangly as ever. That's a good word. I like gangly. I was going through I was going through some clips from the channel for looking for things to post on, you know, social media, Instagram, TikTok, that kind of thing. Going through some older clips, and I happened upon some older Jackbox clips from the Jackbox streams we did last year and earlier this year too. And that's always a fun game to play. Playing some Jackbox. In fact, I know Whale was in here the other day. He was asking if we would be playing more Jackbox or Gartic Phone in the future. So I want to get back to that at some point. But I mentioned Jackbox. I hear battle music, by the way. Oh, I bet it's on this door. Yeah, something smelled me from this door. The sword wielding a wraith has smelled me, apparently. But anyway, just to finish the story. One of the clips that somebody had shared was, or had saved rather, was, it was not my play. Actually, no, I think it was my play. It was Quiplash. Yeah, fuck off with your sword. Yeah, you see this shit? Yeah, down the stairs it goes. Fuck you. Oh, he's dead anyway. Oh, look at that. I stole the sword and then he got so sad he died. Hell yeah. Dwarven longsword, he's nothing without it. But anyway, so it was a Quiplash prompt, and the prompt was, what's the embarrassing name of a Discord server, like a Discord server or group chat, that you wouldn't want your family to see? And my chosen answer was Boner Boy. Hashtag Boner Boys Boisterous Banter. So that is, so when I see Corey say Gangly Gang, my brain then goes to Boner Boys Boisterous Banter. I was pretty proud of that one. I forgot about that shit, but when I happened upon that clip, I was like, oh right, I remember that one. That's the one. That's the one, dude. Because you know how Discord is, right? Like, or I guess the channel rather, maybe not the server, but the channel has like little hashtags. So if anybody, if you ever are thinking to yourself, God damn it, me and the boys, we've got great banter, we've got great times, but we need a name for our cool group chat, and I need something to fit the bill. You can take that one, free of charge. You don't have to pay me royalties. Just think of me. Just think of me every time you get a. Okay, maybe don't think of me every time you get a boner. Well, okay, I actually might be flattered. But just think of me every time you enjoy the boner boys. That's all I ask. Honor me with the boner boys. That's so fucking dumb. I remember back years ago before I started streaming. I mean, I still follow a lot of streamers. I still watch a lot of people on Twitch. But like in the early days, there was a number of streamers I followed pretty regularly. Some of which I still follow. Red Falcon and 360 Chrism and Fuzziness and some of those guys. Vesper when he rarely streams. So some of them have kind of really haven't streamed as much nowadays, but some of them are still at it. And several of them formed a stream team together. That's kind of how I learned about some of these dudes. Is I followed Chris and Raisefire, but I didn't really know of Vesper, and I didn't really know of the other guys. So they all formed a stream team. They did a bunch of stuff together, a bunch of cool collabs. It's kind of a cool glory days of like that particular era of all these streamers that I was watching. And they had talked at length at one point about they went back and forth on what they wanted to call their stream team. They ended up with Next Level, like a Next Level, like, oh, it's like the next level up. So they called themselves like the Next Level stream team. However, yeah, the joke was that, well, they wanted to call it like they wanted to call them the Boner Boys, but that was gonna get past the Twitch partner standards that they had to, you know, abide by. But yeah, they joked about calling their crew Boner Boys, and then they referred to movie night. If they were doing like a watch along kind of thing with their streams, they would call it Hentai with the Boys. Now, of course, they weren't actually watching hentai; they'd just be watching anime, or you know, just or a movie or something. But it led to all these like alternate names for things that were you know, seemingly somewhat unrelated to the activities happening. Hentai with the Boys, that's right. The true bonding experience. The repair hammer. Catacombs. I think that's one of the main destinations we're looking for, but I like to go the wrong ways first. I like to vanquish every side path first, unless there were none, but yeah, I was gonna say there was at least one other side path to explorificate. Entry hall. That's where we came from. Yeah, that's where we came from. Yeah. So I did not explore this very far. Oh, I just walked right on him. There was no attempt at being sneaky when I realized I was in too deep. And one nice thing is that these wraiths are annoying as hell, but they used to be the worst because they had so much health. The gloom wraiths now have way more, and they have now occupied the slot that these guys used to occupy. But now when I see them, it's like, that's not so bad. So it's like a relief seeing one of them as opposed to one of the other dudes. Although my willpower keeps getting slurped. Which should be 108, I think, or 108. No, that's destruction. Power 107. Oh, I guess max 107, never mind. I think we've already come from that way, I'm guessing. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's where we're going. He already sniffed me out. Strength is being drained. That's fine. You can drain my strength. Just don't damage my... Don't... I guess, yeah. Well, it's still annoying. It's still I have to, like, not move for a while. And that guy's probably gonna see me. I should maybe throw spells at this guy. If he sees me... like he does now, god damn it. I'm silenced too, so I can't cast spells. Let's move. Because once that guy enters the fray, I don't know, fighting two of these things is not exactly ideal. Clang. That's just silence. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's... at least I can move. So that was reflect damage. And... now he's dead. Yeah, it seems like if they die to reflect damage, it takes them a second to properly react. Now, where's the other one? Yeah, missed me with that bullshit. He has no sword to speak of, although if he wanted to get one, he could. There's one back, and he's burdened me for 30 seconds with some bullshit. Can't say I'm surprised. I've also learned that when you are burdened, it affects your ability to, like, do charge attacks, which is to say I can't do them. Because I guess, like, burden needs you to move, or not burden. Charge attacks needs you to be able to, like, move around. The fact that there is no movement means I'm limited to just basic attacks. Yo, now I can move. At least I would be able to move. I guess these guys just have infinite stamina, because, like, he can just keep doing that one attack over and over again. It's like, I can't. I have to take breaks in between each attacks. Maybe when you're a ghost, you don't have ghostly lungs that get winded. Maybe that's how the afterlife is going to work for all of us. So that's our destination, I think. What does this lead to? I'm kind of curious. It's just a treasure chest, okay. With some potions. Nothing crazy. Oh, wait. Something cool. Gold and shock shield. Yeah, it's alright. Nothing amazing. They don't breathe there, they breathe scare. There we go. That's like almost good enough, Corey, to be on the fun pun calendar. Almost. The fun pun of the day calendar entries. The one thing I will acknowledge is that this fun pun, one pun a day calendar, desk calendar, has been, it's performed as I would expect it to perform, which is to say, you know, I don't expect much. I don't expect amazing literary prowess when it comes to these jokes, but what I will say is that I'm a little bit disappointed that the month of October isn't full of spooky time puns. They've been no more or less spooky than they've previously been. So that's a little disappointing. I was hoping for like Laffy Taffy rapper levels of like ghost puns and such. The month is still young though. This is only day 3. We still got a long ways to go. 28 more days. 28 more entries, baby. Well, probably like 24 more entries because the Sunday entries are doubled up. Ooh, sneak attack times, baby. Can I pick his pocket? No, you don't just turn around. It keeps happening, man. I think these ghosts can sniff me with their ghost noses. Can sniff me out. Can sniff out my purpleness. Ouch. I almost feel bad because they sound like they're sad when you're damaging them. I almost feel bad about slapping the ghost repeatedly. Almost, but not fully. Skeleton. And multiple piles of blood. Or ketchup. Oh, look at this. Repair hammer and some more gold. Yes, sir. I'm gonna pick your pockets. Your bony pockets. I do no such thing. All I can do is sneak attack you. I'm gonna attack your shins and disarm you. Yeah, fuck you. Got your sword. He's going for a different one. Apparently the sword I picked up must have been pretty good. Oh, I can't unlock you. Like I went for the unlock spell just now. Let's go for the sword I took from one of the previous monsters. What if I just stand in your way? Ouch! He's trying to box my ass. Now he's just spinning. If I close the door on you, huh? Yeah. Not so tough now. Oh, never mind. He's trying so hard to reach a blade that he does not know how to reach. So as a result, he's just doing a little dance. New TikTok dance about to drop, fellas. Boys and girls. Although I don't know if you can... I don't know if it's possible to turn around that quickly, honestly. Hold on, can I knock you down? Now that I've disarmed you, and I've robbed you of your dignity, can I also rob you of your uprightedness? Only a couple hits left. I could heal other on him. I wanted to prolong his suffering. I don't think it's gonna happen. Okay, yeah, no playful knockdowns, only kills. It's a third of the blades. Oh, there's one more, so 4 total then. So it was the main guy and his 3 buddies.
Have you seen Elaine or Valdemar? Rialis fell in the lower chamber. We were separated. The fog blinded us.
Lower chamber's probably where we're going.
No, that was the dream. I'm awake now. I must fulfill my oath to the Emperor before I can finally rest.
Actually, what was the sword he was using? It looked fancy. It's two-handed, disintegrate armor. The damage is actually pretty rough. And look how much my weapon has been disintegrated. Like how much my weapon has been damaged with its durability. Still, the damage output is way better. So Yeah, that one is... it's nice. It's got a cool name and it looks cool, but that's about it. Speaking of things being damaged, let's repair things. And by that, I mean smack it with a hammer to make it not broke anymore. And I just went through like 6 hammers. But that's okay because we got everything repaired up, so we're back to full. Like how I will get hit by one enemy, or I'll have one encounter with an enemy, and by the time that encounter is done, the first thing to go is my gloves, because they have such low total durability. The one downside about this game, well, there's a few downsides. One of which is that I have no idea how much durability an item has. I know that its overall percentage is seen here, you know, out of 100, but I have no way of knowing what, like, and as a whole, how durable is a certain piece of equipment compared to others. Like, I can assume, based on what I've seen with how these things perform, and just the fact that they're leather as opposed to like metal, means their durability is not very good. But it'd be really nice if there was like a way to see the deets like you can in Morrowind. So but I always tell chat members that it's a drinking game, and every time I mention Morrowind, you are to take a shot of your chosen beverage, chosen liquid of choice. So if I, you know, rag on this game too much and talk and extol the virtues of Morrowind too much, it'll make people sad and perhaps also make them very drunk. So I don't overdo it. See that over there? Look, it's got it. There's even a chair. I like chairs. I can sit in chairs sometimes. I sat in a chair once. Yeah, there's something up there, but can't reach it. Maybe we'll come back around. Yeah, can even see it from here. There is a door, I think. Yeah, well, it's inconclusive because it kind of looks like it just ends. It just closes off there. But man, there's no way to get up there. I mean, there's like little notches. If this was like an Assassin's Creed game or a Prince of Persia game, you would just slide and climb up, but I don't think there's any such option here. Because yeah, like these... that particular formation, I don't know if you can like really... you can't really stand on it. Well, you can. Alright, I'll bite. I'll try it, but I'm not gonna expect much. Yeah, ooh, it's pretty slippery, yeah, so it's not the kind of thing where you're really expected to be able to do much with it. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's seems like it's not worth. Curious as I am. What if you could like cheese it? Where you just like jump and just mash the use button and try to sit down in the chair. It's a frustrating one too. I'm mashing the space button. Oh, there we go. Now I can jump. Yeah, sometimes you can't really jump from certain services. Yeah, maybe that's the thing. It's like you gotta mash the jump button or the use button and try to use that chair and just hope that it will, the use action will like teleport you into the sitting down animation. I don't think it's happening. We'll just assume there will be some other way to reach that in the future. Even though it looks like it's closed off, so it is awfully tempting. Yeah, or it's a thing we'll see later on, and if you were to get there early, it would be like a crazy sequence break, and I would be considered a god amongst speedrunners, and they would name holidays after me, and I'd be so cool, and everyone would love me forever. Catacombs is where we're going. Yeah, speedrun strats. Actually, catacombs. Oh, right. Okay, so this is... we don't have to go to the main area. That, like, main hub room. This is where we're going. Oh, look at that. He's right there. How convenient. Made it too easy for us. Last couple times went pretty well because I disarmed everybody and made them all very sad. Can I disarm you and make you sad? I sure hope so. Stun him. I wonder what when they block. Oh, yeah, fuck you and your sword. Rump. Punch. Do it. Now, can I knock you down too? Can I knock you down into the fire? Again, it's all about defeating... It's all about breaking their dignity. I can break their face all I want, but their dignity, that's the hard shit. Alright, he's actually kind of beating the shit out of me. My stamina is horrible, and I cannot move. Okay, there we go. Holy. He actually did a really good job of stun locking me for a bit there. Here I was thinking I was comfortably in the lead, and then he reminded me that when your stamina is low and my agility is permanently horrible, that it's actually pretty easy to get bullied. They've all been destroyed. Spirits freed. Gone to the shrine to dispel the enchantment.
Stand aside in the name of Tiber Septim and the Blades. Hinder me at your peril.
I wasn't planning on it. What was this sword, by the way? Wait, is this... Oh, it's the armor. Oh, wait, hold on. See, you can get his armor if you want to do it. It's heavy armor, though, so wouldn't do me any good. And his was called Northwind. That's cool. We've kind of leveled past the blade weapons, the katanas and whatnot. Earlier on, they were pretty good, but by our current standards, by Daedric standards, it's not as good, obviously. Speaking of Daedric, they got Daedric gauntlets down here. Damn. It's 600 gold. Wow, that's actually quite a lot. Excuse me as I belch loudly. I think part of it is that we could have done this quest way earlier. And if we would have, then the weapons they have would have been probably like on par with what we were using then. So I don't think you're expected to be in like Daedric levels of equipment tiers just yet. Now, are both these going to be dead ends? So I'm assuming we'll need to go back the way we came. Oh, well, actually, we found some proper catacombs, and look, we found one of these motherfuckers. Guess I'm not surprised. They said it was going to be catacombs, and sure enough, found some graves in like an underground little catacomb spot. Yeah, get stun locked. For a second, thought I saw blood on my blade, and I was about to get excited, like, oh yes, ghost blood. But then I realized, nope, that's the Daedric sword that I'm using is just red because that's what Daedric does. Shing. Gonna go away now? Alright, see you later. Meow. Now, sadly, it looks like we cannot loot these graves as much as I wish that we could. That's what I was really hoping for. That's the main reason why we came here. To save the world or for loots and fortune. Now, it begs the question, if I could pickpocket a ghost before beginning combat, what kind of things would I potentially be able to steal from them? As ghosts typically have ectoplasm on them. At least after you kill them, they have ectoplasm. What kinds of things ghosts would have on their person? Just like, you know, as first things that could be pickpocketed. I'm just perpetually out of stamina, it seems. I don't know why I always think I can block incoming spells like that. I think it's a thing I just do without thinking sometimes. Because obviously you want to block melee attacks if possible, because it does cause them to get kind of not stuck, but it's a break in the animations. Spooky Halloween. Ooh, that's right. Yeah, they're just every ghost we see is just a pinata in a very clever disguise. They have a full carved pumpkin in his pocket. Is that a full carved pumpkin in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Ooh, speaking of pumpkins, I need to go get myself a pumpkin. Not so much for pumpkin carving, but just as like fun Halloween decorations. I haven't done pumpkin carving in a long time, but it's like such a pain in the ass. It's so messy. And I'm horrible when it comes to crafty things. So I've never had a pumpkin carving end up looking anything other than a pumpkin massacre. Like, I've seen what other people are capable of doing, you know, people that are much more crafty minded, and it's impressive, but I'm not that. I'm not that people. I keep seeing these things. I wonder if I can interact with these. Seems like the answer is probably not. Toast the seeds. That's a good point. Yeah, if you keep the seeds and then yeah, toast them for like a nice little pumpkin snack, that does sound pretty nice, actually. Like, of course, it's like I could just buy the seeds from like a grocery store, but it's not the same. That aspect of it does sound nice. So like then you get a reward. After all this, we've reached this final chamber within the catacombs. Miss me with that green shit. Whoa, and then knock me down with that sword shit. Now, everyone else just uses elven long swords. This guy's got like some kind of short sword, which means he might be fancy. Not fancy enough. Your sword was just a plain ass short sword. Why'd I even get excited? The double ectoplasm. Put some ectoplasm on some toast as a nice little snack. Spooky, ghosty snack. He's got a glass sword though. Look at this fancy man's. Hold on, I want to go piss on this grave. Is there anything cool? Actually, this, maybe, bind the axe and soul gem with nothing in it and lots of gold. He's got a glass sword. That means he's potentially different from the others. Playing. Can't get knocked down again. That is exactly how that saying goes, Corey. Or rather, how the song lyrics go, even. Every once in a blue moon, Corey, I will make a reference to, like, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice. And then, like, awkward pause, and, yeah, ain't gonna fool me again. Every once in a blue moon, I'll, like, drop that on someone and see if they pick up what I'm putting down. Most people don't recognize it. Most people go, like, that's not the phrase, Alex, or that's not the saying, and then it's like, that's okay. The moment has passed. I'm not gonna hold that against them. Every once in a great while, someone will be like, ah, I got you. So it's kind of a dated reference is the thing. So kids nowadays aren't as up to speed on like George W. Bush isms from 2004, 2003. It's been a minute, dude. Yeah, I don't hold it against anybody. The era of Bush. It was a simpler time, wasn't it, Corey? It was a different era. Our dumbest president. I mean, there have been some contenders. And I don't know. That wasn't for me at least. It was a unique period of American history because I was a teenager, or the majority of it, obviously. So like, there was this mixture of being technically a kid, you know, technically a child in the eyes of the way our world works. Oh, right, here's where I threw the sword down, by the way. And that one guy tried to get our asses. So, you know, being a dumbass kid who didn't know shit, but like starting to, you know, pay more attention to politics, starting to pay more attention to the world and how it worked. And so it's like a weird combination of not knowing shit, but starting to kind of like finding my way as far as how I, you know, my belief system and whatnot. So it's a mixture of ignorance and being a dumbass, but getting learned and getting less dumb. Now it didn't take me very far. I'm still a dumbass, but it's all relative. This is the direction we gotta go, by the way. It's gotta be it. Yep. That's the one. Let me clean this place up a bit. Whoop. So this is a shrine for the Emperor, you know? Let's get all these bones out of here. Come on, the Emperor deserves better. Also, it's just fun watching the physics bounce around. Perfect. Get that pelvis out of here. Look, it's beautiful, right? Never looked better. Woo. Or those are the Emperor's bones that I'm scattering. The ritual bones? Yeah, those are the Emperor's bones. Mixture of ignorance and being a dumbass. Yep, no, I understand. Or no, maybe they weren't his bones, but he wanted them there. Yeah, they were the ceremonial bones for the Bone Festival. Those were the Boner Boys. We were talking about the Boner Boys earlier. I can't wait for the boisterous banter. Hell yeah. Assume the position. We're all T-bowing. So I can loot some of their graves. Maybe I shouldn't do it while the boys are watching, though. Dispelled evil enchantment. Oh, okay. I thought like something was gonna come out where I have to like fight some shit. You good, fam?
We have fulfilled our last duty. We go now to Aetherius without shame. Farewell.
It's like, I'm gonna leave now.
We have fulfilled our last duty.
Okay.
We have.
So I'll dismiss all of them. You did good, boys. Now I'm definitely not gonna loot the tomb of your emperors after you leave. I promise I'm gonna be a good boy. Probably. Are they gone? Okay, they're gone. The nerds are gone. Defeated the... Okay, so we actually can't loot the bodies. If only. We get some lore though. Some lore dumps. Still in battle against the Dark Elves. Age 57. Reigned for 39 years. This one is illegible, just an ancient tomb. What did this one say? Akavari Horde. RP's to Tamriel, good for him. Nice guy. Illegible. The path towards the armor is clear. Oh, that looks encouraging. Now, I'm fully expecting to need to fight something still. You know, what they call him? The Under King. The Underwear King. That an evil thing is still gonna require us to fight some lad. I had an Indiana Jones situation where I had like another thing I could place on the pedestal in place of what I'm about to pick up. Boop. And no Indiana Jones boulder slapping towards us. His name was illegible. Literally illegible. Illegible septum. Last emperor of the Cyrodiil, scourge of the Dark Elves, cruelly slain by treachery. Interesting. Reigned for 43 years. Interesting amount of like Dark Elf related strife with the Tiber Septum line. Whereas in the events of Morrowind, you know, or rather in the, well, really in the province of Morrowind, we learned that yes, the Dunmer Tribunal and Vivek and that whole system is very much rubbing up against the Empire, and some factions are more aligned towards the Tribunal versus the Empire, vice versa. So that causes some friction. Naming your son the future king illegible. Illegible septum. It's like what was the guy who voiced Early in Squidbillies? I don't know the guy's actual name, but his stage name is or was Unknown Hinson, because the story behind the character was he never knew his dad, and I think they said the character didn't know his dad, and I think they said they were gonna name him after his dad. So for the first name they put Unknown. They took it to be too literal to me, and his first name is Unknown. Unknown Hinson. So yeah, we gotta go out this way then. This is quite a lot for this dungeon actually, but we got that shit though. We got the armor. I'm actually kind of curious. Am I allowed to wear this armor? Or is it like the Amulet of Kings where it's we are forbidden? It is weightless, and it's heavy armor, so it wouldn't really do us much good. Looks cool as fuck. Looks really slick. If I was a heavy armor guy, I'd be very excited about this. But I'm a light armor man, through and through. And let's see. Okay, so I'm trying to yeah, what's the best way out of here? I think I just retraced my steps really, because yeah, this was the first skeleton we fought. So I think we have to go take this route and kind of go all the way around. So no convenient exit this time. And we never did find a way to get to that one chair that oversaw that large open area. Still a mystery. And forever it shall remain. Maybe that was where the warden would sit atop his, not his throne, but sit atop his chair and look down on the prison recreation area. Smugly. And ate his warden meals or something. Maybe there was an explanation of what that was used for. Look at that, we're outside. Literally a breath of fresh air. Here's all the liches we fought. Sons of liches. So now we have everything, I think, to resolve this situation. We get the allies for Bruma taken care of. We got the armor for our boy. There is nothing else we could need to move the main quest forward. We've checked all the boxes. We've been breathing bone dust, wraith burps. I'm sure we stink of undead things and yeah, elder lich piss and wraith burps. Yeah, whenever they die, that gust of green air emits from their ghost lungs.
My progress on the Mysterium Xerxes is slow, I'm afraid. How goes your search for the armor of Tiber Septim?
I got you right here, homie.
The Septim blood may flow through my veins, but you have the soul of a hero. The armor of Tiber Septim himself. Joffrey will be amazed to see it. You can reassure Joffrey that I will not destroy the armor. All I need is a scraping of Talos's divine blood.
Oh, right, that was it. They were saying that
touchy as priests about relics of Tiber Septim, it seems.
Yeah. They were saying that for certain relics they have to destroy them, like the Daedric relic we had to give up for the main quest.
While you were gone, I've made some progress in deciphering the Mysterium Xerxes ritual. The third item we need is a great Welkin stone.
Not a regular one, a great one.
Lesser Welkin stones. They're fairly common in Ayleid ruins, but a great Welkin stone will not be easy to come by. They have been plundered one by one over the years due to their great value to mages and occultists. There is only one place that is rumored to still contain one. The ruins of the Ayleid city of Miskarkand. A place where many have perished seeking its great stone. But nothing else will do, so you must succeed where all others have failed.
No pressure, as always. Tell me about this cool place.
Capital of one of the ancient Ayleid kingdoms which flourished in Cyrodiil before the rise of men. It is said that the ruins are still haunted by the vengeful spirit of its last king. True or not, it is not a place to enter lightly. Be careful.
Anything else?
The pinnacle of Ayleid magic. Once, every Ayleid city had its great stone, but they've all been plundered over the centuries. All but one. The great stone of Miskarkand is reputed still to shine in the deep darkness of its ruined halls. But no one has ever done more than glimpse it from a distance. It is said to be guarded by the ghost of the last king of Miskarkand.
A king ghost we shall murder. Probably, I'm guessing.
Miskarkand is one of the most extensive Ayleid ruins in Cyrodiil. It was the capital of one of the ancient Ayleid kingdoms. You might find glories and laments among the Ayleid ruins useful. I have the library's copy at my table if you need it.
I'll give it a little glimpse.
Be careful, my friend. I know you've braved many dangers already, but Miskarkand is not to be taken lightly.
I do appreciate he's pulling up more tables. Because this table was not here last time, I don't think. Some more tables. Seems like the rune is not any... Well, maybe there's more details. I can't tell. But this rune he's inscribing is a work in progress, obviously. He's got a copy of a book that might interest me. This is the one, Glories and Laments. I'm not actually going to read it. I was just curious if it would, like, give us some, like a bonus of some variety. Oh, there's Joffrey, by the way. Yo, buddy.
What is it?
Hey, yeah, you know about that armor situation? It's pretty cool.
You have earned a place of honor in the rolls of our order for recovering the holy relic.
All right, cool, no problem. Thanks for that. Yeah, no problem, bud.
Guide you.
Yeah, so he just keeps gaining more books, and I'm assuming that by the time we finish this third portion of this quest of sorts, that he'll have like at least one or two more tables just encircling him entirely.
Let me keep you. I'm close to understanding the complete gate opening ritual. The final section is almost within my grasp.
It's in my grasp, he says. Excellent.
Yes?
So if you've been to this place before, the name does not ring a bell. Presumably it's been marked on a map for us. We might have been there, actually. We were exploring this area pretty well previously. You know, Corey, I was thinking the same thing. That I've only seen the first episode of Game of Thrones, the original series. So I know who some of these people are, but I don't know precisely what happens, but I can make some assumptions. So the fact that this game, well, let's think about this. This game would have been before, well, it was after the books were written, obviously, but before the series started. I think the series started in like 2011. So maybe this was the precursor in some ways. Yeah, at this point, this was Sean Bean's first exposure to a Joffrey. But you're right, I've thought about the exact connotation. And yes, we have been here before, if you can believe it. Holy shit. However, as always, I have some things to sell. So I think I will do that. I also need to take a BRB because I need to use the restroom, and I also want to get my water refilled. And maybe get some tea started as well. That sounds nice. Some tea time. So I'm going to take some of the ceremonial fall damage, as is tradition when it comes to completing main guild progress. Is I fall damage my way down to Bruma, traumatizing everybody who sees me as I tumble down the mountain and snap all of the bones in my body and splinter all the organs inside of my chest cavity. So I can only imagine how fucked that must look from a distance. Just see this man jump from up there and just land and bound all the way down multiple tiers of damage along the way. So this time I don't have really any need for fencing stolen goods. I don't think I have any stolen goods.
Can you spare a coin?
Spare a coin?
I can eat for a day with a
You look so sad. Have a coin, bud. Here you go.
Blessings of the shadow upon ye.
I hope I can help. Let's do business.
Let's do business. So, fortified block, 10 points. This is so much better. Yeah, I can't ever see a reason to not be using this out of all the amulets I have. Bounding down mountains, killing your horse in the process rather. Yeah, that's actually the main reason I haven't really engaged with getting horses in this game, is because I would struggle keeping them alive. 15 years ago, Corey, I would say that's a pretty like valid use case for horses and just playing the game in general, is yeah, fall damage and accidental death. All these years later, 10 years ago, all these years later, and that is still like this Elder Scrolls standard, or at least the Skyrim and Oblivion standard. Also, of course, reminder that yeah, Skyrim has been out for, let's see, I think it came out after I graduated college, so I think it was 2011? Or maybe it was 2012, but yeah, it's been about 10 years, which is, at least 10 years rather, which is pretty impressive. And they keep re-releasing it. I mean, in all fairness, that there has been Elder Scrolls Blades. There's been Legends, the card game. There's ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. So they've made more games, just no like mainline entries. All we know is they're working on 6, and we'll see. We'll see. I'll believe when I see it. And the real meme is that they actually haven't started on it yet.
That seems a fair price.
The real meme is that, like, they wanted to show something, that particular presentation. You know, that year that they presented it was like 2 or 3 years ago. They were like, we need just a mock-up, because we'll start it probably soon, probably, maybe, I don't know. And they were like, all right, we'll do this teaser trailer, and we'll say that we started on it. And then, you know, well, of course, in all fairness, pandemics happened, so you know, we'll just say that maybe other things got in the way. And then at some point, somebody was like, hey Todd, how's Elder Scrolls going? Todd Howard is like, oh, yeah, it's going well. Yeah, we definitely have started on it. Yeah, really, we're working on it. And then he, like, in a panic, is like shuffling papers, like, oh fuck, oh god, oh fuck, we need something. As Elder Scrolls Legends no longer a thing? Because that was the smartphone game, smartphone and tablet. I don't know much about it, but I'm sure some people liked it, but I would imagine it was probably a Diablo Immortal situation where it was like, it's a smartphone game? That's not really what we wanted, but I guess it's something. The good news about Diablo Immortal, though, is that there was some bad news, you know, when that announcement dropped, the you guys don't have phones, that whole debacle. That was a bit of bad PR for Blizzard Activision, but thankfully, once the game came out, it was smooth sailing for Activision Blizzard. Once people got their hands on Diablo Immortal, they were like, now this is a virtuous game. I have no further criticisms. All criticisms that I previously levied are henceforth revoked. I rescind my complaints. They're trying to get Skyrim running on Elder Scrolls 6. They're trying to get it running within Elder Scrolls 6, is what you're saying, Corey, because that's a bold play. Yeah, the idea that the game launches Elder Scrolls 6, you click new game, and it's just a thinly veiled introduction. Hey, you're finally awake. Like, just the whole thing. It's all the same. Boy, howdy, this is familiar. Gosh. The thing, too, is that Skyrim's, like, reputation really does precede it to the point where I don't know if are we ever gonna get past this? Are we ever gonna get past the idea of an Elder Scrolls game not just being like a new re-release of Skyrim? Like, the meme has been ongoing for so long, 10 plus years. Is there room for more Elder Scrolls memes? Like, I almost wonder if Elder Scrolls 6 will come out and then people will just keep buying Skyrim, and then Bethesda's gonna be like, what the fuck are you assholes doing? There's a new game, and yet still Skyrim is at the top of the charts on Steam. Like, all right, I guess. All right, PS6, Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, launch edition. Sure, fuck it. Elder Scrolls 6, no one cares about that garbage. Like, after a while, it was a meme, but like at first it was a meme, but like after a while, people were like, "This is all we know. We're sorry, but this is the only thing we can enjoy anymore.
An excellent.
We can't help ourselves. It's involuntary after a certain point." I don't need 10 of these. All right, I do need up to 10. I'll sell 5 of them. So I have 8. Potion of grounding.
A good
Grounding and pounding.
That's a fair deal.
25 ectoplasm, by the way. Goddamn.
Fine transaction.
Fine transaction. Green fades to black, wake up at a card. Yeah, I've seen that one too, where it's like there's 2 theories for what happens for when you die. You know, is there an afterlife? Is there a heaven or hell? The first theory is that when you die and your vision fades to black and your senses are about to fade, you get a little pop-up message that says you can now play as Luigi. Or it's what Corey said. Yeah, it becomes the intro to Skyrim. With the blackness fading away into being able to see around you. And you're in the cart. Hey, you're finally awake. The whole deal. Honestly, you can now play as Luigi. I would love a new game plus of my life, but when it's exactly the same, except I am Luigi Mario of the Mario Bros. Fame. I think that'd be really cool. I'd feel a little bit bad for my ex-girlfriend for when I inevitably lose my virginity. Like, that would be a little bit weird. Wahoo! All right, anyway, moving on. Some aspects of my life would be a little bit weird, but others would be enhanced. It'd be a net gain, I would say. It would be enhanced more than it would be detracted. Let's be honest. Sex with Luigi, sex as Luigi is only going to be better than like a plain mere mortal. Wow. Yeah, I mean, let's just lay it all out and be honest with ourselves. It's only going to make things better. I can pretend it's going to be awkward. Come on, bro. As if a grossly stereotyped Italian plumber. That's right. There's no downsides to this. Good lord. I don't have much else. I have this to sell. Full absorption is fine. Got these things too. Got this greater soul gem that I definitely don't really need.
A good price for a good customer.
For a good customer. That's me. That means I'm his favorite. Excuse me. So stuff has been sold, and I need to maybe repair things too. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Boop, 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 boop. So we're all set. So I'm gonna go ahead and warp to this cool little place, which we've apparently been to before. We apparently have already been here. And knowing me, I either did explore it or I wanted to, but it was locked. Like, I could see either case happening. It's open now, though. I'm going to take a brief BRB here, though, so I can use the restroom and get some tea started and refill my water. So I'm going to save. Whoops, not load. I'm going to save. So we've been in this general area where we're actually able to warp right to it. We've done a lot of exploring around here before. So we apparently have... I apparently do have memory of this place. But now it's our first time truly getting to explore it. It's good to see you, TriStar. Hope you do well, buddy. Hope the week's got a solid start. My week's going pretty alright so far. Tomorrow will be a bit of a long day, not necessarily in a bad way, but I'll be helping out Void. Void's been going through some health stuff. I'll be driving him to one of his appointments in the morning, and it'll actually take a while. I'll go. I mean, it's kind of a personal health thing he's been going through. I'll just say that he's getting chemo, so it takes a couple hours. So we got that in the morning, but then after that is more work stuff, obviously. In the evening though, I'll get to see Gracie, so that'll be a good time though. It'll be a good time. It's a pretty good game, yeah. It's a good one. It's a good one, Lil Tigiti. Like I said, it's my first ever playthrough, and I'm enjoying myself a lot. And I'm trying to do everything. I'm trying to do the main quest, Mages Guild, Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood, Fighters Guild, DLC and expansion stuff. So yeah, we have a lot of stuff to go through right now. Who is it? So he's a fairly regular who pops in from time to time. His name is Void. Corey, you know Void. His name is Robert. So he's a college buddy of mine, and yeah, about a year and some change ago, started having a lot of health stuff, and yeah, it's something that needs chemo, so it's, you know, it's not a small deal. And he's had one of his family's been helping out a lot, but another one of his family members has recently taken ill, so a couple of his friends, myself included, have been helping him with rides to places, that kind of thing. So, and he's actually one of my coworkers as well, in addition to being a college friend. So when I told my boss that it's like, oh hey, I might need some extra time in the mornings, they were like, yeah, it's fine, you know, you take your laptop with you, and you know, I can just work from the waiting room. So which is not a problem. So it'll just be, you know, something to factor in for tomorrow, but it shouldn't be too bad, honestly. And a good support system. Yeah, he's been a good sport about the whole thing. It's that kind of diagnosis is never fun. Obviously, I wouldn't wish that on anybody, but he's been pretty matter of fact about a lot of it, and he's taken it in stride. Honestly, taking it way better than I would have, or than I would be. I appreciate his resolve. How am I? I'm gonna experiment tonight. I know some people prefer to leave the tea bag in a hot cuppa, whereas other people say to take it out. I just bought this from the grocery store, just Celestial Seasonings, nothing fancy. And on the packaging, they say to remove it, and I always remove it. However, some people like leaving the tea bag in, so I'll try leaving the tea bag in and see how that goes. Still fairly hot though. I'm gonna give it another couple minutes. But some people like the bag in. Well, as a hobbit, I like bag in personally, right? Baggins? I know, too easy, right? Too easy. Too much, Alex, too much. But yeah, we'll try it out. I'd always heard that, like, a lot of black tea actually works pretty well when you leave the tea bag in. But the floral tea, this is chamomile, so, you know, very, very much herbal tea. That some herbal teas can get bitter if you leave it in for too long. But, you know, we'll try it out. Just a little speed bump in life. That's a good way to look at it, TriStar. Like I said, that shit sucks, man. Any kind of health thing sucks to have to deal with, especially when it's the big C, obviously. But yeah, for a lot of us, it's like, so we're all gonna get something, right? We're all gonna get got by something eventually in life. So, you know, hopefully for all of us, not for a long time, but you know, as we all get older, as our bodies need additional care, it's inevitable in some way for something to happen. Also, goblin. We saw lots of blood, lots of guts, or maybe not guts, but lots of blood earlier. Dead goblin. Here's another one right here. A bitterfish goblin. We apparently can one-shot him. And he's got scales on him. Maybe he can breathe underwater or something. Big Bang Theory, Lil Tigiti. I've actually there's been like a few like running jokes with my family that I'm like an extra from that show, like a background actor from that show. My niece, my mom loves to tell the story. My niece, when she was but a wee lass, when she was a small child, liked to watch TV. She still likes to watch TV with my mom, with her grandma from time to time. However, one of her favorite shows was Big Bang Theory, and there was one time when she was watching it with my mom, and I think it was Leonard. I think Leonard was on screen, and my niece saw Leonard on screen, and she pointed at him and goes, "He looks like Uncle Ix." Because, you know, not Al. My name is Alex, but she said it as Ix, and that's something that my mom has like. She doesn't hold it against me. She doesn't like hold it over me like, oh, that's so cringe. But she thinks it was adorable, and it was adorable. She's not wrong. It's wonderful. So it's a fun moment that gets retold frequently. Thyroid, really? 3 years younger? Yeah, that's wild. TriStar. He's in my mission. That's good. Thank you. And yeah, that's nice, man. Yeah, I appreciate the good vibes as well, buddy. You're right, though, man. That shit is scary when it's rare and probably like, kind of like, what's the word? Surreal when it happens to someone who's younger than you. It's like you see that happen to someone. It's like, well, this shouldn't be happening to anybody in our age group, much less someone 3 years my junior. That's bizarre. You know, that's a good, nice kind of guy. I know it doesn't say it, but I'm gonna hit you with the free nut button with a nice that good. What's up, bud? Welcome back, Gundam guy. I know, Gundam guy. You said you were fighting the flu earlier, so if you have to hop off, I totally understand. But we're glad to have you. Glad to have you in the meantime. We got some zombinos. Oh, one of them has seen my ass. However, but if I turn all of your asses, see, now you know nothing. Or they know everything. I'm just slinging turns left and right. Slinging turns left and right. But yeah, no, to TriStar's point, yeah, that's probably like a really weird thing. Like weird and I mean, probably unfair thing to have to deal with when, yeah, you're seeing somebody 3 years your junior dealing with something like that. In Void's case, he is, I can't remember exactly how old he is, but he's around 10 years my senior, and I'm in my mid-30s, so he's in his early to mid-40s. So, still young, obviously, for having to deal with something like this, but yeah, it is strange, though. Yeah, it's like someone you know pretty well, you know, went to college with him. Yeah, I work with them, so that's how these things go sometimes, but just gotta deal with the deck we're all given, right? Deal with the hand we're all getting. Hiya! Why'd you die in one hit? He's a regular headless zombie. Okay, that's a dread zombie. These guys are more spicy. Zombie guardian. Ouch. Ouch. I would rather just deal with you guys via melee, because I'm a melee lad through and through. Ow. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm a spellcaster lad through and through, but I wish to use more melee because I have more to gain by using melee. Why did I back myself into a corner? Give myself the astral vapors. Oh, wow, I cannot move. I cannot move at all. Well, that's what I get for cornering myself, is I get got. Yep. I should have realized that was going to happen. It's like, I could have, like, drank every potion I had ever, but I was stuck. Like, there was just no way to move, so I should just don't get yourself cornered next time, Alex. Just don't get cornered, forehead. The good news is I got pretty early on there. It's interesting. Is the implication that this goblin has murdered his goblin friend, or that he is grieving his loss? Well, regardless, this bitterfish goblin did not last long. It's because we're so good. That's right. That's right. We're so pro. Dank perp. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Go to dispensary. Yo, can I get the astral vapors, please? And then like the person working the counter kind of gives you a weird look, and then you have to like you sigh and be like, I mean the space vapes. He's like, yeah, I got you, fam. I got you, bro. It's like, yeah, I know. Astral vapors sounds cool, but it would definitely start being called the space vapes by those who are in the know. So we got a few places to explore. We'll eventually need to find some kind of gates to open this thing up. I'm just gonna go with this one first, because it's weird to me that we're seeing presumably untiered zombie things. Like Zombie Guardian, I guess he's probably a tiered thing. But the fact that we saw headless zombies, we haven't seen headless zombies in a long time, because that's an introductory level undead thing. Whereas, yeah, dread zombies are pretty much the only zombie we see. Ooh, nice, nice knockdown. I was secretly hoping it would be fall damage or something, and he would like take some extra damage. Now, apparently more things are happening, because battle music continues. Overhead, wind up the stab. That's the thing about the sneak attacks, is that when you have a claymore, I think the idea is that, it kind of makes sense, two-handed weapons don't work so well for sneak attacks. So the sneak attack is like a swoosh. It's a little bit weird. And and you've noticed, I'm sure, it is a 1x damage sneak attack. Which is to say, I think the game is trying to subtly hint to us that using a claymore as a sneak attack weapon for like backstabs is not very sensible. So it's like, it works as technically, but it's not going to be very efficient. It's like it will accomplish your goal of wanting to sneak attack, but it won't do it well. Chivalry style. There you go. There you go. And of course, Corey and I played a lot of Chivalry back in the day. Chivalry 1, that is. This guy has some armor. It's very dark. Can't see shit. Look at that. He had some armor and he was fighting unarmed, but he had bows and maces. And poison. And scales, apparently. Also, the dwarven shield looks like honeycomb. The shaman. Haven't seen one of these in a while either. Bonk. Your dwarven war axe. A Chivalry mod for Oblivion or Skyrim? That's a very good question. Or a Skyrim or Oblivion mod for Chivalry. Because I'm sure the Venn diagram of Oblivion and Skyrim enjoyers and Oblivion enjoyers is fairly close to one circle. Still bad at music. Oh, I see you. Oh my god, are you standing on the fire and taking fire damage? Maybe he was. I want him to die from the fire damage and not by my hand. So I'm gonna see if I'm gonna see if I can knock you down onto the fire. I can get a successful knockdown. Oh, well, he went over it. He went over it, so I need to rein that in a little bit. I know it says Elven Claymore. I thought it said 11 Claymore. The 11th Claymore. Some very elaborate. There sure were, yeah. I remember Corey and I playing the ridiculous dank-ass Star Wars mod that added lightsabers and shit, but also added scary, spooky skeletons into the mix. It was a weird time. Chivalry mod. That's a fair point, too, because, yeah, I'm thinking of, like, the game Chivalry. The series, I guess, Chivalry. There's probably other like other definitions though, because yeah, there's like the code of honor, the knighthood topic of chivalry, so it wouldn't shock me if such things also existed in the modding scene for this game. Summoning more skeletons. Oh, I smacked it out of his hands. Yeah, fuck you. No bow for you. And he's running away. What a chump. Oh no, he's picking up the bow I knocked out of his hands. So after all that, he got one shot on me. Tips Fedora, milady. That's the chivalry we're referring to, of course. The internet code of gentlemanry. I'm gonna sit on this stone bench and just contemplate this place. Way to kill Jesus and Crunky Sand. That is exactly the mod I'm thinking of, Corey. Well, it wasn't Jesus. It was, well, okay, it was Jesus, but the character model that they used was Obi-Wan Kenobi from Episode 2, which, as we all can agree on, canonically is Jesus. Also, Argyle, thank you, buddy. Thank you, my man. 11 months. Dress up as skeletons, but otherwise our skeletons dress up as us. They put on their meat suits, their meat costumes. Thank you very much to Argyle. I appreciate you, buddy. 11 months, by the way. God dang. Holy crap. That's incredible. I realize I say that like every time somebody resubs, but it's true though. That's a thick amount of time. It's a thick resub. Sorry, I know we're dropping frames. I made the questionable decision to alt tab because I realized I was missing a window. But of course, you already know what it is, Argyle. We're still at it with Oblivion. Back at it again with the Oblivion, and we are still quite a ways away to go. Although we're making progress in the main quest, which is nice. The main quest is but one of many aspects of this game, because I'm finding more and more as we make more progress into the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood quest lines. Even Mages Guild, I'm like learning more and more that there's a lot more depth to those seemingly just side story things than meets the eye. Although Morrowind was the same way, like the Fighters Guild quest line leads to some drama that you like get to uncover. Mages Guild, there's some shit. Thieves Guild, there is absolutely some shit you unearth. So I guess that's kind of the standard, is that it's dressed up as being like, oh, you just earn yourself some extra money, get yourself some connections, but it turns into something so much more. Goblin Skirmisher. And now he's dead. 2-tap. It's actually kind of cool being able to, like, kill things relatively quickly in a dungeon like this, because usually the only things that spawn in these kinds of dungeons are obnoxious bullet sponge, or not bullet, but damage sponges. Red Mountain, I'm familiar with that place. Fire Shield, yeah, it's just okay. Say we'll grab this so I can sell it. It's worth quite a bit. But that's one for the bingo card. If we get a bingo sheet that includes explicit reference to Morrowind, and I would say that Red Mountain reference takes the cake. Push block. I push the push block. And then I inquire the naked skeleton to see if he has anything good for us. Oh, that's where the scales are coming from. Or harvesting slaughterfish. Now, one thing I'm curious about is how did I get... Oh, there was the gate up here that was closed, I think. Or maybe it was over this way. But yeah, we got here... I can't quite tell. We got here from this path. And this gate over here was closed. Torch just ran out. Yes. Let's keep going this way then. So many scales. Okay. Can I steal your weapon? Oh, multiple friends. Ouch. Oh, look at that. He hit me from past his homie. Ain't that some shit? You know what? I'm gonna turn you. Away specifically so I can focus on your buddy. Yeah, fuck you and your silver claymore. Not so cool now, are you, motherfucker? Bonk. Oh, and then I knocked him down. That's what I wanted. I wanted the ultimate disrespect of disarm them, followed by knocking them down, or vice versa. Knock them down and then disarm them. And then he just spun around in circles. The ultimate fucking dignity destruction. Take your stupid claymore. I don't even want this damn thing. I just wanted him to not have it. Dignity injured. Ego injured irreparably. Send that motherfucker to the Shadow Realm. There you go. Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm turning him away so he doesn't see what's about to transpire. You don't need to see this. You don't need the trauma of what's about to go down. Bone and mort flesh. Now, okay, here we did see this earlier. This is the zombie fucking slap fest that we experienced earlier. Except this time, I'll be committing the slappenings. Thank you very much. Yeah, there you go. Get fucked. I was gonna say, he's gonna reflect damage himself to that. I still got the vapes. Still got the space vapes. Just for that, I'm gonna knock you down again. Hell yeah. Actually, I should save my magic because I'm going to cure disease on myself. 2 knockdowns in a single combat, and also a successful knockdown disarm combo. Must be my lucky motherfucking day. was that your artistic interpretation, TriStar, of what happened to that lad when he got like the dignity destruction? I lost at a card game and now I've been knocked unconscious. Like, same energy. Cure disease. Boop. I've extracted the vapes. I've removed myself from the niche. It was the wind. Yeah, the wind knocked out him after a card game. That's right. Yeah. Grab these. Staff of Dispel. Yeah, it's all just okay. Like all the kind of haphazardly scattered Welkin stones. Just the standard Welkin stones. We're looking for the juicy stuff though. The big old juicy Welkin stones. No regular Welkin stone will do. It needs to be a thick, girthy, throbbing Welkin stone that will truly satisfy me. I have a great and mighty need, alright? Nothing else will do. Nothing lesser will do. I'm kind of turned around because we've gone many directions, and I feel like I must have missed something. Oh, well, we did open another gate. Right. This one. Yes, that's probably it. As we push the button. And the path forward is clear. Hell yeah, because this was closed earlier. More gobos. Also, we've seen evidence that the gobos and the undead do fight each other. Look at that. They are fighting, and the gobos are absolutely going to lose. Like, they've already lost. That didn't take long. How can I, like, get them to fight the gobos and the skelos? Can I, like, encourage? Because I feel like... Okay, I was going to say... Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna hope that they will indeed fight each other and they won't just both fight me. I need you guys to see me and you guys to see me, and I want you to fight each other. Yeah. None of this common enemy, you know, an enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of bullshit. I need you guys to get... Alright, this guy will fight. I just can't really see you. Did the gobos already? Yep, they all died already. Bonk. Now I'm gonna try to disarm. I want to go for the other combo. You know what? You can take a chill pill, alright, bud? We stuck. Clang. Did you take any damage? He took damage, but this guy did not. The goblins did not put up much of a fight. I can't say I'm surprised. These are champions, so they got like the next tier stuff. I'm curious to see what this looks like. Bonk. Since we're blocking the arrow shots, I'll be curious to see where they're sticking into our body. It is increasingly enjoyable trolling these enemies and making them so sad by knocking them down, stealing their weapons. It's an experience that needs to be experienced to be believed. By the way, confirmation that as you're blocking with, like, you know, with your sword, that it does indeed stick into your hands and to the sword itself. So that much is true. Also, as usual, copious arrows just like in between the belly button and the groinular area. So that's probably a pretty sensitive area. Also, 2 arrows narrowly, sadly missing my ass. So that's just... Well, one kind of went into a bit of a cheek there. One went too high, though, sadly. we've had more we'll just say intimate arrow wounds previously. These weren't too bad. Gotta raise that shit remotely. They'll come back. They'll come back. They always come back. Make them never despawn. Just have them there forever. It reminds me of the days of playing Perfect Dark on the N64, and you go into target practice mode. Here's what you do. You go into target practice mode, but you grab the little floating crate from the training area and you bring it all the way to the target practice mode. Put the floating crate in front of the door so it doesn't close all the way, and then you do the crossbow and throwing knife target practice challenge, and then you spend the entirety of the time using your infinite arrows and crossbow bolts to fling them at the person behind the counter, behind the glass that is administering the tests. And they have infinite health, but you can absolutely load their body, their faces, and their torso and everything else up with arrows and or bolts, I guess, and throwing knives. And after a certain point, and the game does not despawn them. I mean, so after a certain point, the game starts to lag, and they turn into kind of like a monster of like protruding metal objects. It's a good time. Perfect Dark is an old fave. Always will, always shall be. So that goes nowhere, but we pushed a button somewhere. We pushed that button there, so we did something. Oh, here he is. I was wondering when you'd come back. Oh, it's to raise this. This is just a Varla stone, which is nice. Not so tough are you now, motherfucker? Okay, well, I don't actually want this because it's too heavy. He's going for the bow. He picked up a bow, but he can't use it because he has no arrows. Now he's dead. Yeah, so he picked up the elven bow, but he was like, I can't do shit with this. So never mind. Yeah, watching the NPCs struggle has been much more fun than it has any business being. It's that button raised. This thing, the Varla stone. This button here. So, it was nice, but not exactly a key component to our adventure here. Oh, I want to be sneakies. Alright, I figured out the reason why we were able to one-shot that one headless zombie earlier is probably because he was already wounded. Because they fight the goblins like we saw earlier. Because that one is at full health and it took a few hits. We have a couple things. We have an area down below to explore. I see several things. Several entities. Who will be bothered by our existence. Oh yeah, lots of lads. It's walking towards us, I think. We're probably getting close then to our destination. It's up north. That's where we're going. Oh, he's turning around. Yes, sir. Now's my chance. Oh, he turned around. Oh, but he didn't see us. That successful sneak attack. Gonna go through the door. Yeah, that's fine. The skeletons, I don't think, get damage. Get like regeneration like zombies do. So I'll fight this lad and knock him on his ass. Bonk. Oh my gosh, that's very lucky. God Yeah, I don't know if this flurry of blows is like it has more DPS compared to the strong attacks. I'm getting some serious luck though with the knockdowns. Because my blade skill is like getting up there, and my strength is getting up there too. God damn astral vapors. Oh, the double knockdown. So I think those two things help. As your blade skill increases, as your governing attributes also increase. Ouch. And maybe also agility. I know agility is for like handling hits. Maybe it's also for landing them accordingly. It wouldn't shock me if there was something like that. Alright, we are making more friends than I was planning on with this little excursion. Bonk. Yeah, look at this. Like, I'm doing so little damage to him now. Relative. Well, we still did quite a bit, actually. Now that the zombies are dead, I'm gonna go ahead and cure myself of this incessant ailment. And then also heal myself of damage. Whoa, what am I doing up here? That's up too high. It's dangerous. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, damn. Some serious knockback. Juggling, knockback juggling. Major wound, rage tome, 600 gold, and a cool ass ring. A cool ass ring. Could always use more of those in my life. We're already nearly dead anyway. So many skeletons. And they're all coming from below, like, as they are very much getting wise to what's happening here. Ouch. It's gonna sit right here, so when your buddy shoots at me, he has a risk of hurting you instead. So the skeleton will have a moral dilemma. And as we all know, skeletons are very sensitive and very susceptible to ethical quandaries. The ethics of skeleton politics. And we kill one and another one jumps in to take his place. Goddamn. What if I disarm you? Well, actually, if I disarm you, you'll just pick up a different one of several weapons that are at your feet. So if I disarm you, you probably won't be too bothered. But it'll make me feel good. Which is good enough. Ouch. I like when that happens, when I recoil because I took damage, but he recoiled because it was a block. So we're both just like sad for like a full second. Yeah, like this flurry of blows thing. And I'm not convinced that it's better than like the power attacks. Ouch. That restoration upskill, baby. Yeah, I don't know. I really cannot tell. So after all that, let's see how many arrows I'm full of. Several. Definitely several. Only 6 actually are retrievable. The rest of them just have to go away on their own. I do kind of wish that arrows that get stuck into you, of course I can see them in the third-person view, but I wish we could see them in first-person view as well. But yeah, that one right there you saw actually did just wink away in front of us. Lots of things, though. Of course, nobody's gonna have anything that I really care about. These are all just skeleton things. Hashtag just skeleton things. So yeah, we got this coffer. The contents of this coffer. No coffee in the coffer, sadly. Should probably still be in sneak mode because I'm not convinced that we're out of the woods yet. Oh, we already have a thing for this. Boop. Soul gem, staff that, wow, cures everything on target. That's great for something else, but how's this gonna help me though? This isn't a thing for Alex. This is for things in my vicinity. Unless I want to like use it, I want to like throw it at the ground and have somebody pick it up and use it against me. Maybe that's what I do. I disarm a skeleton or an adversary, and they're desperate. They're looking for a weapon. I throw the staff on the ground and don't tell them what it does, and they pick it up and they try to use it on me, and it just empowers me. They'll have no idea. Unless they get what I have, which is to say a little pop-up that says what everything does, at which point the mystery will be removed. Right, so the button has been compressed. Just throw it at, wait, hold on, what's that emote? Hold on, I gotta see what this is. Oh, that was an artist retelling of what was happening earlier then. That was me, the guy with the arrow stuck in him, except imagine like 20 more arrows, and then that is an accurate artist depiction. Also, I'm just gonna save. I realize as I'm alt-tabbing that I should be saving more often. Now, miraculously, and I'm almost afraid to say this out loud, but miraculously, the game has not crashed. I cannot believe it. Two-handed swingy boy, my go-to? Probably. I would say two-handed longsword, like claymores, are probably the weapon that I enjoy the most with games like this. Because, like, they're very satisfying and just kind of fun to fling around. However, this guy is primarily a spellcaster. The main reason I'm using blades at all is because I made blade one of our primary skills, one of our major skills. And destruction is all the way leveled up. So it's like I have nothing to gain by using destruction more, but I have still some to gain by using blade. Although it's getting close. I think the max, I think we have add like things that are adding like a plus 10 or plus 15. So we got a ways to go, but not that long to go before blade is maxed out. At which point, I guess I'll just fuck around with probably a mixture of destruction and blades. But yeah, it's when it comes to melee, yeah, I would say claymores, two-handed swords are probably my preferred. Because yeah, this guy's a spellcaster. I would say in games like this, I find spellcasting is oftentimes very fun. Usually it is, well, depends on the game and the system, but sometimes it can be more complicated, but usually it's pretty fulfilling. Conjuration, yeah, pretty much everything except mysticism, which I have been neglecting, which is why every so often I try to cast Detect Life, just so I don't care about the life around me. I just care about getting my mysticism up there, because it's the one that is neglected so much. And for anybody curious why I constantly have levels that I'm sitting on, you can see in the bottom kind of center left corner of the UI, there's that little up arrow with a little half circle, little crescent. That means I have a level that I'm sitting on. Well, I've probably been sitting on several levels for most of this playthrough because, yeah, I keep leveling things really quickly. Leveling in this game is real fast. Can you summon the Daedriths yet? It's a good question. I probably maybe could. Conjuration, level expert. We probably could if we found the spell for it. We probably could buy it and summon a Daedrith. The big old spicy crocs. They are big and tanky and annoying to deal with. They're annoying in this game, but in Morrowind they're terrifying because they can easily one-shot you. In this game, they're less likely to one-shot you, but they are very much likely to annoy you with their tankiness and their girth. Makes it hard to get around them in small corners, small corridors. Ah, you did see me. I had a feeling. Yeah, the thick crocky boys. Yeah, pretty much the only spell schools that we've been neglecting are Illusion, which is not one of our main schools, our main skills rather. So Illusion we've neglected, and as well as Mysticism. Partly because there's not a lot of Mysticism spells that I find I would have much need to cast. There are spells that are useful, but they're only sometimes useful, whereas I'm always casting Restoration, I'm always casting Alteration. Even Conjuration comes up pretty often. So, not super often, but often enough. So yeah, poor Mysticism has been left by the relative wayside. Yeah, the scaly boys, that's right. Illusion is cool on paper. Illusion's got some incredible spells. I mean, Silence, Paralyze, that just fucking deletes an enemy's ability to do shit for like 5-10 seconds. So those alone make them worth the price of admission. But I knew I wanted light armor and I wanted some kind of melee thing, and I had to lose one. In hindsight, I should have lost Mysticism. I should have dropped Mysticism and kept Illusion. But lessons and learning them, that's just how it goes sometimes. Otherwise, though, I mean, well, the other thing is that Illusion has Chameleon and Invisibility. Yeah, I've yet to use Invisibility, but I use Chameleon constantly. So, yeah, it's got some stuff that I like a lot. Other things, probably not so much. I don't think Sound is a thing in this game, but Sound was really cool in Morrowind. Now, granted, I guess Silence is the more extreme version of Sound, but still, like, that was pretty neat. Ouch. Metal or blinding enemies was really cool. I don't think there's a blinding in this game too. So there's things that we'd lost, and you know, in the translation from not translation, but the transition from Morrowind to Oblivion, so we lose some spell effects. Restore, no, not restore, cure. Restore health. Restore well-being. Restore ailment. Kill a croc, let him loose, then loot the dungeon. Yeah, get a big old Daedrith. I mean, of course, we have some scrolls, so we could create a party of friends. We could get a Dremora Lord. We could get a regular Dremora, some skeleton heroes. We can make a party happen. Although I don't know if this game allows you to summon multiple things simultaneously. But if it did, then yeah, you could get a party going. Big old monster orgy. A graveyard smash, if you will. Removing the werewolves, yeah. The werewolves in Morrowind are... like, being a werewolf is pretty fun. Kind of a pain in some ways, but has some fun aspects. Fighting werewolves is a nightmare in Morrowind, because they are so tanky. A complaint I find myself feeling about in this game. In fact, I feel like some of my complaints about the Blood Moon expansion content can also be levied against Oblivion, so it's almost like you could see where things were going. We have vampires, and yeah, we have the Clanfear dinosaur lads, and of course the instead of the small spellcaster Daedriths, we have the thick, scaly Daedriths. But don't worry, we added bears and deer, and we removed the giant floating netches, the squids. Blood Moon, it was very tough. I remember being very surprised because, you know, when like a lot of us, I played through Blood Moon after playing through the main game, and I was like, oh, surely I'm the Nerevarine. I've gotten all this cool shit, so therefore I'm gonna like sail through this no problemo. The savior of Vardenfell knows no bounds, except like some of those encounters were ridiculous. You know, we fought Mega Satan. We fought Dagoth and his ash vampires. What could possibly be worse than Mega Satan? Turns out there was worse. Don't forget about the Adoring Fans. I've yet to experience the Adoring Fans. I don't know if it's in this game or Skyrim, but I know that it exists. And eventually that's something I will have to deal with. Oh, I should not be healing, I should be curing. I will never tire of watching these things as legs fly up like that. from a successful knockdown attack. So satisfying. Also, I think my weapon is getting dulled, because I'm seeing my damage output is barely keeping up with their damage regen, their health regen. The nice thing about that, though, it is pushing them back, which is nice. Let's see, it's keeping them at bay. It is in Oblivion as well, yeah. I'm guessing that'll be later on, but I'm bracing myself for it because I've heard it's annoying. I'll probably discover it. I'm guessing it happens as part of the main quest or as part of this attribute right here, your fame. I'm guessing once your fame reaches a certain threshold or you do a certain part of the main quest or a certain aspect of it, you start getting more notoriety than you might want. And, well, it gets annoying, probably. Because, yeah. Probably want to stay, but yeah, for the most part. Yeah, for the most part. I usually tell people that, like, you know, that discretion is, you know, is welcomed when it comes to the question of like, oh, is this a spoiler, that kind of thing. But for mechanical things like that, it doesn't really bother me too much. Not too much. Yeah, usually 9 times out of 10, I say like, best err on the side of caution. Actually, I should be not in sneak mode. Well, I said I was going to repair my sword, and then I didn't. Bonk. So now I shall repair my sword. Now, if this is Morrowind, I would be like... Actually, maybe this would be an experiment time. Because my stamina is so low. If this is Morrowind, your chances of succeeding at anything in life is so much harder when you have no stamina. So let's see how many hammers I break. 2, 3, 4. So that's actually pretty average, I would say. So maybe it's not as much of a factor in this game for anything beyond just attacking. In fact, I remember in Morrowind, spellcast chance was tied to stamina and your stamina level, or I guess fatigue levels. But in this game, we have yet to fail a single spellcast. Granted, we built a character to primarily be a spellcaster. But still, yeah, we've never failed a spellcast, ever. The only time we failed is if we've had an attack interrupt the animation. But that hardly counts. So here we go. This looks encouraging. But there's a ghosty friend within our midst, I imagine. Still have other parts of this area that we've yet to explore fully. You know what? I'm going to save. It says boss battle vibes. Great, you're well keyed in stone. There it is. We also have some rectangles from certain assets. I guess like not blending correctly. When in doubt, hit a manual save. Yeah, or hit a quick save or something. So bright, it kind of hurts my eyeballs a little bit. I see something charging up. Oh, that's a nice trick. Are you summoned? You are not summoned. You are vanilla. I'm gonna fall down. Now he's just a plain ass lich. I was actually hoping he'd be something like really fancy. Wait. Whoa! I want to do this one at a time. All right, you. Oh, I cannot heal. All right, I cannot turn you. It seems I cannot turn either of you. All right, so I guess we're doing this thing. I was gonna say I'm gonna crowd control this bitch, but turns out I am the crowd that is being controlled. All right, that lich needs to hold on. Never mind, I'm over encumbered. I do have feather. This might be a time to use it actually. Light and load. Boop. I'm gonna deal with your summoned friends, or maybe not summoned, but your zombie buddies first. That was kind of cool though, how they both approached simultaneously from the sides. It's a very cool moment. I'm not sure if it was meant to happen that way, but it was very cinematic, very dramatic too. Like we saw the lich in the distance, charging himself up and buffing himself. We only saw his silhouette, so we didn't like see the full dude until he drew a little bit closelier. Glowcast on it, say yeah, exactly. Black TriStar. It's like you can just tell that some shit's gonna go down when you extract the object of your desire. It's me. I'm the villain. He's like that. He snarls like a tiger. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, I thought he went through the floors first. The King of Miscreant. He's more like Miscreant. Staff of Burden, that's what he hit me with. I remember like it was yesterday. Indiana Jones, yeah, we were talking earlier about the armor in the previous dungeon, how when you go to pick it up, it's on a very obvious pedestal. I almost wish I had another cuirass or a set of armor I could place on the pedestal in its place in order to prevent a giant boulder from crashing down behind me. Like I said earlier, mysticism, I do not mean to neglect you, but I am neglecting you. Without meaning to. Anything else down here? We do have the main object. The main object of our desire. Any other treasure chests or coffers or cool things? There apparently are still enemies nearby. Who knew? Maybe detect life actually would be helpful then. Yeah, like that. Give me a little something as far as knowledge is concerned. Oh, that's right. That was the heads up that was going to be here. That was the warning. So we've spent a lot of time in tonight's stream delving through dungeons of various dastardliness. We started the stream by finishing up a Thieves Guild quest, escaping from a jail. Busting another dude out of prison. And then we did Sancrator, which was a tower from a fallen tower keep of sorts. We fought a lot of wraiths, and then tonight was then the rest of tonight was an alien ruin full of zombinos. So it's lots of undead, lots of dungeons, lots of delving. And all part of the main quest. Mace etiquette. I want to make sure I'm following all the mace rules. Actually, I'm just going to guess it. I should read these things. In fact, there was another spell book I saw earlier. This one. I think I already have a rage spell. Or maybe it's already called rage. We have this one too. Oh, yeah, we have those already. But then... Necromancer's Moon, that's part of a... Actually, I don't know what that's part of. It might have been from another side quest. This one. Which apparently we've already read. Thaumaturgy? I don't think in Morrowind or this game. Was that in Daggerfall? Big in Daggerfall, yeah, you could fly. Oh, man. That's a good question. What would it be in Morrowind? It would probably be either either mysticism or alteration. I'm guessing probably mysticism in Morrowind for levitation. Cause yeah, R.I.P. Levitate, right? R.I.P. levitation, because yeah, it would have been in Daggerfall and Morrowind, but that was it. Yeah, I would say either of those two. Hard to say off the top of my head. This is how we escape. That's the exit route. I feel like we've been here before, though. Nope, apparently I have not been here. I think I'd like Daggerfall. Yeah, I would say in the grand scheme of things, I would be... Like, this playthrough is in the process of tickling my... Or not tickling, but scratching the itch of Elder Scrolls games. Like, at least as far as new playthroughs go. So as far as new playthroughs go, yeah, like tickling the itch, scratching the itch of a new Elder Scrolls experience. However, that itch will eventually return. Like an unpleasant rash, it will come back. But this is a pleasant rash. This is a rash I enjoy having. And yeah, when that happens, I would be more likely to play Daggerfall than I would Collywobbles than I would to play Skyrim. I mean, I'll eventually play Skyrim too, obviously, but yeah, I would say that, yeah, Daggerfall would be higher on the list because, as you know, I'm a sucker for the old school stuff, man. So that means that by the time I do get around to, at the rate that I play games, you know, I'm kind of slow, obviously. At the rate I do get around to Skyrim, it will be an old school game. Maybe that's my strat. I'm like holding off the inevitable because I'm trying to ensure that the game is considered like hella retro, hella old school by the time I get around to it. Like if I would have played this game when I first started streaming, it would have been only quote unquote like 8 years old. Is this game come out? Let's see. When? Yeah, thereabouts. Thereabouts, 8 years old or so. Well, probably closer to. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll say 8 or 9 years old, because it's 12 years old now, obviously. Well, no, hold on. 16. No, I'm wrong. It'd be like 10. It would have been more like 10 or 11 years old when I first would have played it. I keep in my mind, I think to myself, this game is. I think this game is 12 years old. But then I run the math in my head and I go, no, it's 16. This game's been up for 16 years. Goddamn. So it's like I have to second guess myself. I have to double check my math. My brain arithmetic. But I see that I did hear about that. Yeah, I mean, realistically speaking, if I were to when I play this game on stream, it would not be the console version. I would play PC version in case there were bug fix mods, kind of like the mods I have installed now. Because, you know, it's mostly a vanilla playthrough, but I am using the unofficial patches to hopefully make the game run a little bit smoother. But yeah, $70 for an anniversary edition on the Switch. I don't know what the anniversary edition adds. Hopefully it's amazing. Because for $70, you kidding me? 70 goddamn dollars, dude. I mean, I get it. We're in inflation, recession. I get it, but like, whew, that's a tough one to bite off, rather. Age is like a fine wine. That's right, buddy. That's right. Oh, over encumbered. Who is surprised by that? That means I should repair things. And break no hammers. Never mind. And papa! That's a dead skeeter. Dead mosquitoes. Boop. The fool landed in front of me. It's like he was tempting fate. Motherfucker should have known. Not knowing anything anymore, but he like landed right in front. I like watched this motherfucker land. I was like, you fool. You foolish fool. He activated my trap card. Let's drop one of these. Boop. Graphic overhaul. Well, that's a good point. I guess there's the legendary editions too. Well, maybe that's what that is. Yeah, the legendary edition, right? Oh, it's the anniversary edition. Okay, never mind. Because yeah, there was the legendary edition of Skyrim, at least. That was on like PS4 and Xbox One, and I guess now is on Xbox Series X and PS5. I'm sorry, it's still so entertaining to me that like we're on generation number 3 of these games still being re-released. Shit's wild, dude. Do we explore everything that we wanted to? I mean, this is a pretty big dungeon, but yeah, I think we explored everything that we wanted to. Moonlight gauntlets. It's pretty cool. It's not very useful, but it's expensive, and that's cool. Resist normal weapons. That's pretty good, too. Alright, so to make room for all this crap, I'm gonna drop almost all of these things. In fact, I think I might go and drop all of them. Bloop. If only it was going to make all 13 drop individually as opposed to just one bundle. That explains how we saw this entrance, because we saw it on the map. And there it is. It came full circle. And we've escaped. There it is. So now, well, for one thing, I should remove the torch, but now, with this presumed final object in hand, we can then warp back to Cloud Ruler Temple. Look at that, I remember the name, right? Cloud Ruler Temple, bam, and give him the goods. Yeah, the Legendary Edition, yeah. What about a Game of the Year edition? Game of the decade? Game of the century? Because yeah, what I'm playing right now is the Game of the Year edition of Oblivion. Has all the expansions and DLC. I'm assuming that's what the anniversary and Legendary Edition do, is that they probably include all the expansions and DLC. All right, everyone's asleep.
Good evening, sir.
Is Martin asleep too? Does he ever sleep? Yes, actually, he does.
With all due respect, sire,
Oh, no, he doesn't.
Be another way. The risk is too great.
He's got the armor on and everything.
I was at Kavach, but there is no other way. We have no choice.
The Countess will never agree to it.
She will. She must.
Very well. The blades are, as always, at your disposal.
Ah, here you are. I have good news of a sort.
Yes, let's see what he thinks of your plan.
So with that, we're gonna end on a cliffhanger tonight because it is late. I gotta get my ass to bed. I got an early rise because I gotta take Void to his appointment in the morning. So we're gonna wrap up here, but we shall pick up where we left off here. Probably not tomorrow, but probably Wednesday. We'll say Wednesday evening. Tomorrow is, I don't usually do Tuesdays. I usually do either Tuesdays or Wednesdays, but never both. So I probably won't stream tomorrow, but we'll get back to it on Wednesday. And more of this cool game, and then we'll do more on Thursday as well. And then Friday, by the way, Friday's gonna be special. This Friday we're doing some Phasmophobia with some friends. It'll be the same group with whom we played Phasmophobia back in July. So Jet Dive and Errolyn Eve and Captain Elina, and then myself. So the foursome, the fearless foursome. We're gonna play more Phasmophobia. There was a pretty big update that dropped a couple days ago, and we're excited to check it out. So that'll be this Friday. I think we're gonna be starting at around 5:30 my time, Central Daylight Time. It'll be a good time, and I'm very excited. So that'll be a fun one. I think I saved. It says save successful. I'm gonna double tap with the extra certain save. And then one thing I neglected to do last time that I'm gonna do tonight is I'm gonna check the bingo card. So if anybody wants to play along at home, I neglected to include it in the command list. But if you wish, you can play along with me with your own bingo card, or you can just enjoy mine that I'll have on screen here in a moment. We're going to see if we have any luck with a bingo tonight. I think the last couple streams we have not gotten a bingo, although we got pretty close. Also, I don't want to reveal too much. I'll just show this. That when I brought up a certain social media site as like one of the default tabs, this thing entered my periphery. Oh, the blank screen, the void. No, not really. This. Bloop. McDonald's will start selling hamburgers. Wow, so brave. McDonald's will start. That's some pretty shocking news. So anyway, could I not close the tab? Bloop. Bloop. There we go. So here's the main thing though. Let's check the Oblivion bingo card and see how we do. See how things go. Got the coin in the, oh, that's right, the physical coin in the map. Trial, that's awesome, man. Game of the Year edition. That's from Oblivion, right? Yeah. That'd be nice. But yeah, some Phasmo on Friday. I'm excited for Phasmo on Friday. But I'm also excited for more of this game Wednesday and Thursday. Some additional story progression. The fact that Martin is armored and sorted up means that we're probably going to be fighting some shit. But he's going to be more than just a distant participant. He's going to be an active combatant, I would guess. So, I did die. I like how this one is so simple. Dies. I died. It's true. I found a good new amulet, a ring, just at the end there. We got that weapon resist ring, 15% weapon resistance. We did not, well, by some definition, we encountered a vampire because the vampire was dead. It was from the previous stream. I'm going to say this counts. A dead vampire is still a vampire. And we did encounter her briefly, but we saw her. We were physically able to see her with our eyeballs, so it counts. Right tonight, I got over-encumbered, obviously. Ooh, we got so close to a bingo there. Enemy takes damage. I don't think we saw that happen tonight. I didn't see any traps happen at all tonight, actually. No TED Talks. Sneak attacks. Well, there weren't any NPCs, though. Did I find any NPCs tonight? No, just monsters. Just monsters tonight, so no NPCs. So that's a no on that one. No NPC attacks from in a city. Game did not crash. That's a rare one, honestly. I got many diseases. Hit by silence. Yes, I am live. I did acquire a bounty. Technically, they did see me as I was escaping. And I entered an alien ruin. Holy fuck, it's a fucking bingo! That's awesome. So, add 5 more points to the counter for that bingo acquired. Let's see if we can get a second one. McDonald's launched some drip. Oh, did they really? Maybe the hamburgers are to celebrate the drip. Hope I didn't just wake up my neighbors with that little outburst. I get very excited about my bingos and my nuts. Acquire a new spell. Yes, we did. We got the spell book. I didn't break any lockpicks. I'm a lockpicking gamer. Wasting weapon. We can't use armor. Not really. Nothing that was amazing. No blessings. No. Yes, did enter an abandoned keep. Stream did not good. We dropped some frames. We've been good. Guild quest, yes. Imperial City, no. Nernroot, yes. Daedric Shrine, no. So close. What a tease. So we would have been close here. We were close here. No diagonal closeness in this one, kind of. So, yeah. For still, not half bad. Not half bad.